Oh, no.
Nice helmet. Nice helmet.
And I'll be able to tell, too. So because, A, they don't come in the right box. B, they don't have the sheen, the patina.
And a lot of times you have marks on them still, like the old guy, the other guy's marks.
It's because they've been used.
Like once or twice.
But then they've been sitting at the bottom of a lake for God knows how long.
You're not kidding? They sell reused balls?
Yeah,
Yes.
golf balls are expensive.
I did not know that. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, no, those golf balls are like $6 a piece.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I'm in a pinch with Mario, my brother, I just buy him a gift card to Roger Dunn.
Perfect gift.
And just say go.
Perfect gift.
Maybe I'll do that with you, but you got to wear a different shirt every day.
No, that wasn't the bet. The
We need
bet
to take a
was
picture
I
of
needed to
every
wear
shirt.
a short-sleeved Mr. Hand shirt, as you call it, for 12 days in a row, and I will.
I'll just give you the golf balls.
I have like 7 or 8. There's going to be 3 or 4 repeats.
There may be a chance I can win this.
I'm going to remember to wear the shirt. That's your only chance.
He may forget. Yeah. I'm hoping.
We'd also like to thank the Minnesota Timberwolves for participating on this day after Memorial Day. Pick up your commemorative Where is Anthony Edwards t-shirt at the door.
That's why he can't be the face of the league.
No.
You can't do that as frequently as he has done that. And then on top of it, say, I was making the right play all night long. Even if it's true.
Yeah.
Because, look, no one cares if you have a bad game. If you have a great, even Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and the great players have had bad nights. That happens. But when you disappear, that's a problem.
16 points not enough. I've
only
heard this
took 13
before.
shots.
It's a bad soundbite, but you know where he's coming from, and he might be right. He might have made the right. You know, LeBron used to say that the right basketball choice.
The right basketball
when he would pass
play.
up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's what LeBron would say.
But that's the rub, right? The rub is, if you're going to be the greatest player in the league, if you're going to be the face of the league, sometimes the right basketball players give it to me, get the hell out of my way. Even if on a chalkboard, it's not. Even if on a chalkboard that I'm going to pass it to you, you're going to pass it to him, you're going to get an open look. Michael Jordan's putting his head down, going to the hoop. Kobe Bryant is going to take that shot. Those guys take over in those moments.
Shea takes those shots.
I think Shea
from the free throw line.
He will draw the foul and drive everybody crazy.
He
but
still wins games.
Look, they got here playing the right way, and he's going out the right way. It's just a bad.
And they're going home playing quote the right way.
And Julius Randle was a no-show. So I don't know what you expect him to say. Like, we just need to play better, move on.
I don't even know if he needs to say anything other than don't try to pretend a night where you took 13 shots that you were doing everything right. Not when you're trying to be the next Michael Jordan or the face of the league.
I'll give him the next shot.
You need to go in there and take over. And if you go 5 for 25, all right,
I'd rather have
the ball in
that,
the basket.
And I never thought I'd say this, than a foul hunter. That stuff drives me nuts. And I'm even rooting for OKC.
This is why when you and I were having the conversation a while ago about James Harden, I'm like, I get that it works, but I don't want to watch it the same.
This is ridiculous. He's falling all over the place. Come on.
It's James Harden, only skinnier.
Maybe that's what it is. Without the beard.
Yeah, without the beard.
Yes.
But here's the thing. Last night when they got close within the fourth quarter, even when they got within 2, it was, but they're not on the other side. And then Oklahoma City would just do it again and build it back up to 7. And even at the end, I really didn't think the Timberwolves even had a chance.
Why are you wearing a gutless hat?
Because John Ireland got it made for my birthday a couple years ago.
But why are you wearing it today? Who are you calling gutless?
Myself.
You're calling yourself gutless?
Well, it's L.I.T.
Yeah.
It'll make John feel good that I put his present to use.
Oh.
He has fewer guts than he used to, so he's
I have fewer guts.
gutless.
And we have a new intern class starting today. One of which is a surprise for Travis, which we will do later.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Who is it?
How's it a surprise? You gutless bum. Why are you wearing an Angels? Why are you wearing a 1995? Like that's when they used to wear those type of helmets.
I love this.
Angels catcher's helmet.
I had a few of these because Jorge
and there's no nachos in it.
Sent me a picture of nachos in this. Yes.
They put the big nachos in there?
Yeah, man. They put chicken. They put guacamole.
How much does that cost?
Good.
Let me guess. Was it full?
It was full.
We're not gonna put half
beans.
nachos.
You saw the picture, right?
$24.
$24 a day.
$24.
That's a pretty good guess.
Yeah.
It's $24.
Yeah, because 25
and you get
feels
the
like
hat.
Yeah,
that's a good deal.
Yeah.
So I told him I want the hat, and he gave me the
You
hat.
look like Don Baylor in 1979.
Do I really? Yeah. Is that it right there?
That's a pretty good Baylor, brother. And you got to just take a million fastballs off your shoulder.
There he is. Yes, sir. I like these. I used to wear these to school when I was a kid.
It was the
a lot of jokes I could make, but I won't.
Stop.
The number one giveaway as a kid was batting helmet night.
I love these. Yes.
Everybody
These
loved
are
those.
awesome.
Never had that little brown crown on the inside that you could adjust.
Yes, I do remember that, yeah.
And if you took
With
it
the
out,
belt
you'd
to
get
the back?
tiny in the top of the head.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Those are the good old days.
I always wanted one with the ear, like a real
Well,
batting
that was
helmet.
mean she made the major leagues.
Yeah,
because when you're a little leaguer, you get the 2.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to buy. Because they didn't want to buy enough helmets for the right-handed and left-handed kids, so you just had one and you would share it
You're
with the
not
whole
good
team.
enough, right?
And then last year, Jose Offerman, he wore the 2 for some reason. Remember?
He did.
There were some guys that wore the 2.
Willie McGee
Yeah.
wore the 2. Rupert Jones for the Angels wore the 2.
Didn't Olerud wear this in the field?
Yeah.
Olerud
well,
wore
you know
this.
that. You know that
he
story.
He got
had
hit, right?
Yeah,
so he had a
yeah.
brain aneurysm
Yeah.
as a young guy, like in high school, I think it
Yeah.
was. And so, as a protective measure, he wore a hard batting helmet everywhere he went.
Everywhere he went, yeah.
And so, when he and Ricky Henderson were teammates in Seattle towards the end of their careers, Ricky said to him, he goes, I used to play with a guy that wore a helmet in the field like you do. And he goes, yeah, Ricky, that was me. We were teammates in New York. Oh, and by the way, we were also teammates in Toronto. It was the 3rd times they've been teammates
Well,
He's
together.
thinking about stealing bases.
Yeah.
man. Come on.
He was thinking about something.
Yeah,
God
that
rest
was
his soul.
me. We were teammates
Wow.
in New York
Well,
and
thank
Toronto.
you. Thank you, Jorge. This is awesome.
Yeah, de nada.
Yeah.
And remember, Rick Dempsey
Of course.
did not wear the helmet.
No, it's soft cap.
Soft cap.
Yeah.
The famous clip from Game 5 of 1988 of him throwing that
coming out.
mask off.
Yep.
Soft hat, like just a regular hat.
Jump in Oral's arms.
Oh.
Yeah, we get to see Oral.
No, I
in
think
front.
he lifted Oral up. If you remember correctly,
Oh, you're
he
right.
lifted
Yeah,
Oral
you're
up.
right. You're right. You're right. He
Don't,
did.
don't try to
cap?
challenge me on
I wasn't
1988.
challenging you. I was.
By the way, that list, and I know we're going to get to it, it's an outrage. And I know it doesn't include 1988, but it's still an outrage.
What
we should
list?
the list that Emily sent earlier.
The top Dodgers, the 25th
Oh.
of this century.
Good
So,
to know you're
yeah.
not prepped. I'm
my
prepped for
God.
I
today.
read the prep. I didn't
Wait,
know what you're talking about. Why?
soft-
But see, no, you
Yeah.
have it wrong. Here's why. It was the Dodgers of the quarter century. The 1988 is not part of
It
this quarter
still
century.
should be in.
But
As an
mathematically,
asterisk?
it's
Yes.
wrong. Quarter century is a 25-year window,
It
which
still
we started
should be
in
in.
01, which is running to now. 1988 misses by 13 years.
A little bit.
It's not like
It's
it
okay.
was a year away.
Fudge it a
It's
little bit. I
13
got you.
years.
Who wore the
Well,
soft cap?
You want Franklin
Rick
Stubbs
Dempsey.
on the team?
Oh, those were good days. Number
Soft cap
22.
as a catcher?
Was he
Yeah,
number 22?
true.
I think
Rick
number 22.
Dempsey was 17.
No, Franklin Stubbs.
Oh, Stubbs was 22.
Are you
22.
insane? Soft cap back there?
Oh,
You're
that's
crazy.
what they shoot. They used to bat with.
Well, when he was
soft
with
caps.
the Baltimore Orioles, he was soft cap.
You're insane. That's crazy. No way.
He was like a veteran. Like I think
Yeah.
Rick Dempsey was getting Social Security while he was catching for
He
the
might
Dodgers.
be.
Rick Dempsey was
He
one of
might
those
be.
guys when he was probably 25, looked like he was 55.
Yeah.
He just was
He
one
looked
of those
like Dennis
dudes.
Franz.
Sipowicz, my guy.
Oh, Sipowicz was great. I could do an hour of
Yeah.
NYPD Blue.
You want to do well? Did you like Ricky Schroeder?
It was the end.
It was Rick Schroeder. Excuse me.
It was the
all right.
end, but
Yeah.
we still had it.
He was all right.
And
You
Kim
were-
Delaney still had me holding on.
Who's the
Yeah.
redhead guy? Caruso.
Well, that was the beginning.
David Caruso.
David Caruso.
But
Yeah.
that gave us way to Jimmy Smits, and those years were golden
Jimmy
years.
Smits.
If Jimmy Smith shows up in your TV show, it's a good TV show.
Yeah.
It is. You're right. Yes, sir.
If he's in it, it's good.
Yes. Or it's over.
Or we're getting close to the end.
Well, yeah, he was the
Where
end of
both
what?
things
Or
can be
it's
true.
over, right.
He was the end of West Wing, but he held it together.
Did he? Yeah.
Sons of Anarchy, he was great.
Yeah. towards the
NYPD
end.
Blue?
That's right.
He was in
L.A. Wall.
That's right.
Dexter towards the end.
Yeah,
I didn't know
he
that.
was.
I have never
Yes.
watched Dexter.
That's a trip show.
I know.
That is
Really?
a trippy
yeah,
show.
The intro.
You
I
like
tried
it?
to watch it once, but him
watch it?
cutting. I don't like stabbing.
The intro
well, you might
is
not like Dexter.
aggressive.
Yeah.
It is. I'm not going to
I
pretend
don't
it
want
isn't.
to. I don't want to watch stabbing.
You'd like Dexter.
Watch the Lithgow era when he's in it.
Oh yeah,
When he plays the
well, they
nemesis.
become buddies.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
phenomenal. The whole thing is phenomenal.
Your team Dexter.
I love Dexter.
Yeah.
I did. I was hooked after they blew up the detective in the cabin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was hooked then.
That was
yeah,
good.
I'm like, oh, I love this show. Yeah.
So
Anyway,
I'm surprised we got through the opening of the show and you didn't bring up the oysters that I had in
I
Palm
brought up
Springs.
the oysters.
Yeah, Emily brought up the
Everyone
oysters.
breezed past it.
Well, I felt like I was waiting for him to be the one to kind of seize the
no,
moment.
you told me you were cool with the oysters.
Helps the
It's not a
Schwans,
big
right?
deal.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, that's not why I had them, but I had them because
You had
I
the
like
oysters with the boys.
Yeah,
Oysters with the boys.
that's see.
it's great.
It sounds bad, right?
I think that's a movie I watched once.
That's right, or the beginning of.
So I'm going to need you to make me a
Next thing,
list.
this is how the Gimp began, right there. Oysters.
What?
Yeah.
What?
From Pulp Fiction, the Gimp.
It
that
didn't begin-
started with oysters.
That's what I
don't
probably.
think- I don't think
have
that's
these
how that
oysters.
works.
Next thing you know, you're being held hostage
I don't think
in a
those
pawn
guys.
shop.
I don't think those guys ate oysters.
I think that might have been something else. It is a lit Tuesday.
Did you see it? No, I'm wrong.
What?
I was going to say, did you see it?
No.
Oh,
No, I didn't. I played golf and had oysters.
Nice.
And that's it.
How'd you
And
hit 'em?
nothing it was all right.
okay.
A couple of good ones.
Nice.
Some not so good ones. Otani doing Otani things. That's next.
how'd you do the other
Lit-
thing?
What do you mean?
after the Oysters.
I went to sleep.
Exactly.
Susan!
Susan was home. It's all good. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
June gloom? Pfft, my tan and these sunglasses say it's June glam. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Morongo pays you more.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrecht. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
For you. Get a partner who's committed to turning your setback into a comeback. Call them at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Or visit them online at calljacob.com. Jacob's the real deal.
Call Jacob. Hey, everybody, it's Cap. Inheriting a home can be overwhelming, but Seller's Advantage makes it easy. One customer shared, and I quote, "Inheriting a home felt like too much work. Seller's Advantage gave us a reasonable offer, handled everything, and closed in 3 weeks. I highly recommend them." End quote. Skip repairs and headaches. Call Seller's Advantage at 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs, with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Think it over before you leave me. Have it high in your
9:18 on a live imaging Tuesday, the Travis and DeMarco Show. The homie oldies on a Tuesday. That's what producer Jorge plays. That was part of why you went meatless?
Yes.
I thought it was because of the other thing.
I told you, I hurt my back, my sciatica.
Oh, that's the worst.
It sucked, and I had some.
Well, you were big. I remember at Mandy's one when we had it in Montebello. You were sweating all over the place.
Big time.
Yeah, you were a big sweater.
Doing stairs, went upstairs.
Don't you remember him on stage? I had to towel him off.
Hurt my back, and I went in because the pain was too much. Like, give me something.
We're getting into the leg pain.
That's how I feel when I listen to Mason and Ireland.
Like hell.
It's the worst.
But she tested
Keep
my.
going. Don't do it.
She tested my blood pressure, right?
Who?
The nurse.
Right.
On the intake, and her eyes got big, and she ran out of the room.
What was it?
Like stupid. They're like, we're gonna have to
start
keep
with
you.
a 2?
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep you.
That's what happened when I went to the emergency room.
Right,
Yeah.
and they retested, and it dropped a little bit, and they're like, you may have something, and they gave me a freaking blue pill. So it was this whole thing where
I thought that makes the blood pressure
You
worse.
could just get oysters.
some little blue pill for high blood pressure. So he said you can either take this pill or do this. Like diet, exercise. This is when I was huge.
Oh, they're going to give you like a statin or something? Or
What's
that's
that?
cholesterol.
I
Never
can't
mind.
remember what it was.
A Prill. The Prills
Well,
are the blood pressure ones.
So they said you could either do all of this, walking, eating better, or just take this freaking pill. So I decided to do that instead of the pill. So the blood pressure came down. So yes, it's
a man who has,
Yeah.
I'm just guessing, amazing blood pressure, I think.
until
Morning Man, the one and only Clinton Yates from Clinton and Friends, heard weekdays 7 to 9 a.m. here on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app. Clinton?
looking good in the tux.
I was doing my best. I was gonna say my blood pressure is always pretty good until I walk in here and you're in here. But like, that's quite all right. That's Travis understands.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Travis, you see all the college baseball this weekend?
I watched quite a bit. As
Are
a matter
we
of
going
fact.
to go watch some baseball games at Jackie Robinson Field?
Really
at
good
UCLA?
regional at UCLA.
This is-
Get Irvine in there.
This
You've
is an
got-
activity we could attend together. I'm just
Utah
saying.
Valley. Who's the third one?
I can't remember. I believe. Dang, I should know, but I don't. Anyway, yeah, college baseball, big deal.
I'm in.
SC
Pick a day.
Okay, we'll talk. All right.
Locked
I'm all
in.
for it.
I like it.
That's all. Yeah, as the Trojans made it.
UCLA just win the Big Ten?
UCLA is in the Women's College World Series.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
Okay.
So, how's your weekend, Chris?
Beautiful. Very relaxing Memorial Day weekend. Of course, shout out to all the troops, the men and women that died, sacrificing their freedom and their life for us. And watched a lot of great documentaries as well on Netflix. The Vietnam War doc is
that right?
incredible. The Osama bin Laden documentary where we get
Saw
him.
that.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Rewatch, this wasn't all this weekend, but rewatch the Cold War doc. So a lot of great docs to remember on Memorial Day weekend. And then Saturday saw Bill and Bob in North Hollywood, which is a play about the starting of AA.
How about that?
So Bill W. and Dr. Bob are the two gentlemen that started it in 1935, before psychology was even really prevalent yet.
Sure.
That's impressive.
So went with my parents, my sponsor, Stephanie went as well. So that was actually then just relaxed. How about you?
Good. I watched a lot of Streamer University.
Oh.
How was that?
It was far more interesting than I thought it was going to be.
No
Travis,
way.
I don't know how much you know about Kai Cenat in that world.
Definitely explain it.
Basically,
You're speaking a foreign language.
I understand that.
haven't tracked
Basically,
one word.
what a lot of internet personalities are people that just have others follow them around, and they stream their entire lives. Either they're sitting at a desk and they're watching them play a game, or watching them watch something else, or they're going about their day-to-day lives, and people just tune in. This guy, who's a big-time streamer, got like 50 of the top people who do this, stuck them all on the same college campus, and just said, do whatever you want.
Wow.
It was pretty interesting.
I'm gonna have to watch it now.
For an old man, it was sort of like, sort
Are
of
they
like
students
the
at
real
this college?
No, the real world kind of meets whatever internet
They're
hijinks.
streamers.
And it's the reason I'm bringing it up is because I could not believe at a man of my grown age that this actually interested me as much as it did.
I'm surprised.
And
Yeah.
it was actually pretty fascinating.
I'm not doing a video when I say a man of your intelligence, because you're smarter than all of us.
Stop it.
It's
But
definitely Travis.
What I'm saying is that I found myself intrigued by the fact that this worked at all. And I was like, man, I would watch this on a regular basis. So it was
Without
weird.
getting frustrated.
I mean,
Or is that
frustrated in
part of
what?
it?
I wasn't
Yeah.
necessarily tuned into any specific person. It was just like kind of watching crazy kids do crazy
you
stuff.
watch this?
No.
Yeah.
I know who it is.
Do you know who Kai Cenat is?
I do, and the other one is I Show Speed.
That's a guy.
That's the
Yeah.
other one. So,
That's a guy.
Yeah.
Like my
That's about the length of my knowledge too,
Yeah.
Travis. I
Okay.
don't know who any of these people
my
are.
kids
but
are into it. My friends' kids are into
Sure.
it, so I know all these
for
people.
our younger listeners,
But it just
Streamer
drives me
University
nuts.
happened
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
this weekend. So
drives
that's all.
me crazy. Were you a 4.0 student?
Not even
Not
close.
even close?
Really?
Okay.
Not even close.
Yeah.
I went to a school also that did a different program. We did the International Baccalaureate, so it wasn't the standard American high school curriculum. That's why I speak French.
Dean's List, honor roll,
It's
smart
above
guy?
that. So
Okay.
It's
No, I mean
it's-
for you.
It's I passed the IB.
Ah,
it is the
okay.
it is the diploma you get to go to college anywhere in the world, not just in America. So
I
And
wanna
they
tell-
end up at places like UVA, where I went to a lot of IB students.
correct, exactly.
I want to tell a quick story, Trav,
Travis is like, what's happening?
because this shows my growth as a human being.
Okay.
So last week, on Monday, we have a lot of our sales meetings on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Clinton usually comes by and says hello, and usually I'm like, hey, Clinton, everybody says hi. We were in a dwindled down, like 3 people, 4 people, and it was a little serious. And Clinton walked in, I said, hey, Clinton, can you give us a few minutes?
Sure.
And I felt like an a-hole. I really
That's
did.
a new experience
Right.
for you.
And I texted him, hey, bro, sorry. I hope I didn't come off like an a-hole. We were just in the middle of something where
Wow.
we were like...
It was totally
We
fine,
were
by the
yelling
way.
at somebody,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to embarrass that person in front of Clinton. So I kind of... And Clinton had kind of done like, oh, no problem.
Yeah.
And I felt like maybe he was pissed at me. Maybe I was an a-hole.
Were you?
No. I honestly had forgotten about it until
I'm
he
impressed.
texted me back, and it was like, listen, by the way, I didn't mean to do that. We were just in the middle of it. I said, you know what, that's fine. And then
all good.
you know what I said? I haven't gotten to say this in pretty much a long time. I said, real life, pardon the interruption. My bad.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And so
Yes.
that was all. But I will admit, that was more than I expected out of that situation.
You said to me at one time, Chris, you don't apologize.
It's true.
Yeah, you have said that to me on more than one occasion that I don't
I'm
apologize
not a big
to people.
apologizer.
Right.
Even when
And-
you screw up? Or you
Well,
just
if
don't
I
screw
really
up?
screw up bad, like
Oh,
when I was
okay.
dying 9/24, I apologize to people. Exactly right.
But you told me that, and you will make things right in a Morales sort of way.
Yeah.
But you are not a hey. if I were rude, I apologize for that. That's not your deal.
Like when
But-
Sean Farnham and I both worked at Fox, he had to file a complaint for me to apologize. Now we're close.
Hey. Oh, you're close again?
Yeah.
Okay.
What
back
is it
then,
about
not
the
so-
apology you don't like?
Well, I don't usually think I'm wrong.
Oh, there you go. Okay. In any situation? Or?
Oh, God, DeMarco.
I'm just asking.
All right, I honestly just popped in to ask you about college baseball, and I got to go. But we'll handle it.
UCLA,
Thank you.
Fresno State, Irvine, and ASU. Is that
Honestly, I'm interested in going as well.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
It's
go.
a whole family trip.
Good to see you, brother.
Let's do it.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, let's do it.
Mornings, 7 to 9 a.m., the big CY Clinton and Friends right here on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on ESPN Plus. You can watch Clinton do his thing, make his magic.
Yes.
Rack him.
Oui.
Rack him.
Rack him.
Oh, I think he's into oysters. I
bet he is.
I could see Clinton, especially with his apparel.
Yeah.
Like, because he dresses better than, like, he
he
dresses
dresses
like
like
he's
Clinton.
got somewhere. This was the rule that my parents always told me.
Yeah.
Dress like you got somewhere better to be. Then you've dressed better. Dress like you've got somewhere better to be.
I've heard that similar, and I always heard
And Clinton does too.
Dress for the job you want, not the one you have.
There you go.
Same idea. Same
And Clinton
idea.
does. So he seems like a man who enjoys nice
look good in
oysters,
that tux.
little
And-
horseradish,
Yeah. You seen him
little
in the tux?
cocktail
I did.
sauce, a little
Yeah.
lemon. Bam!
Yeah.
And Travis wants the job of a vice principal.
Travis dresses like he doesn't have somewhere better to be.
Well, that's not true. I'm dressed very nicely.
Not when you're in the hoodie all
I'm
the
with
time.
you.
I wear my hoodies
In
a lot.
Houston, you dressed like you had somewhere better to be.
Well, I did.
A blue shirt factory.
I still have a lot of blue shirts. I gave away quite a few of them yesterday, but it's all good. No, I'm dressed nicely. This is nice.
Meanwhile,
it's a new shirt.
Listen for your cue to call and win a ticket to join us at Legends Attic on Friday, May 30th for their anniversary event. Caller number 7 can claim an autograph from Joe Davis. What are you going to do? It's like paint drying on the
Joe
wall.
D.
Travis and DeMarco will be broadcasting. I'm sorry, I had to do it. We'll be broadcasting live from Legends Attic this Friday where you can redeem your prize. Listen to that. Listen to Travis and DeMarco for your chance to win only with 710. Are we going to do Angels trivia for that?
I mean, I guess we could.
I think we should do
I got the hat for it.
Orioles trivia from the
Or
70s.
for Dempsey, in honor of Rick
Oh, my
Dempsey.
in honor of Rick Dempsey.
Okay, well, I can do it. I got some Orioles stuff. No one will get them. We'll be on the phone
I can't
all
do
day
it.
long.
I can't do it.
I could do it. I got 3
could
questions
also-
right now that would
Because
come
this
together.
is for the getting to see the Freddie Freeman ball. Could be
Oh,
like,
yeah, man.
hey, where were you when it happened? And like the person that was the coolest
I want
place.
to see you mark out.
I don't know.
Yes.
I like that.
I want to see you mark out over that ball.
I'm
Or
excited
just
to
call
see
it number 7.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited to see a baseball, which is an odd situation
cool, though.
to say out loud.
More than
Yeah.
a baseball.
I can't wait.
Are you going to take
show.
a picture with it?
Yeah,
He
of course I am.
I'm going to take a picture
Yeah.
of him taking a picture of it.
Are you
Yes.
allowed to hold it or no? You just got to.
My guess would be no. It's probably one of those little blue site boxes. But, but I don't know. I doubt
Okay.
they're going to let you play catch with it or anything.
Yeah.
That would be kind of fun.
Don't steal it.
I'm not going to steal it.
I thought about it.
That's Friday, Legends Attic in Claremont. Be sure to be there with Travis and DeMarco show. Producer Emily will be out there too. Is Oro going to be there?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Oral will be there.
Diversion.
Peter O'Malley is going to be
The
there.
great Peter O'Malley.
Jaime Harin.
I got a
will
lot
be
of
there.
issues with Peter O'Malley though.
What?
Well, he gave us the Frank McCourt and the Fox years.
Yeah.
Now we ended up getting to good years,
Yeah,
but
we
it
got
took
back
a
to
while.
it. We got back to
I
it.
was a Peter O'Malley guy.
Well,
Fred
the,
Clare.
The O'Malleys were in charge of the Dodgers forever and ever and ever until the Fox then their McCourts, right?
Yeah. Some tough years.
Yeah. Well, we're back on top again. And my worst nightmare took place in Cleveland yesterday. It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally
entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Do you know a high school? Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their 1-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk, and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
"75% of people believe it's wise to seek support. Only 27% of Americans are in therapy, and people stay silent to avoid being judged. At BetterHelp, they have over 10 years of experience matching you with the right therapist. We're all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/timeout.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
I take $300 million for it. 9:32 on a live imaging Tuesday. The Travis and DeMarco shows. This is Stylistics.
Yeah.
No, it's Blue Magic.
Oh, Blue Magic.
Oh, wrong song.
Start to stop.
Remember in American Gangster, the heroin was called Blue Magic.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, the little bag was blue.
You can.
Denzel had to go to Indochina to get it.
I was trying to think of Cuba Gooding Jr.'s role in that one.
Well, he was not. He wasn't a great guy.
Put a dog choker and call it dog blank.
There you go.
Yes.
There's your American Gangster in 30 seconds.
There you go.
The Travis and DeMarco show on a live imaging Tuesday. Travis, why are you coughing, baby?
I had a little.
Oh.
Give him one of your cough
There
drops.
we go.
You want a cough drop?
Give him your
one.
face-busting cough drops.
I would love a couple of cough drops. Thank you.
Here we go.
Take one.
You. Were you guys watching the Dodger game yesterday?
Yes.
A little bit.
That was disgusting when all those bugs rolled in there.
Yeah.
I
Never happened to you out there?
I've had occasion to have a few bugs when I played in the Jayhawk League one summer.
Yeah.
Which is through the Midwest, Iowa, Missouri, Texas, all that stuff. You'd get some bugs, but nothing. There was remember back in the day when Jabba Chamberlain was pitching for the Yankees? There was a swarm. And they were like, he was covered in them. That was close to that. The center field camera that they were showing last night, you couldn't clearly see the pitcher or batter. There were so many bugs in the air. Just
Can't do
revolting.
That. Never been through bugs. Little rodents invading the field. Maybe a dog or a cat every now and then. You'll see a gopher
or
or
raccoon
something.
at the athletic stadium. The old athletic stadium.
But not bugs. I could not function in that. That's gross.
I think it's a product of you guys being here that you guys have never had to deal with bugs. In LA, you have crawlies, you have occasional cockroach, occasional spiders and stuff like that, but nothing to the extent of flying bugs.
It's summertime, so the cockroaches will come out.
A cockroach, scorpion, they're on the ground. I can at least theoretically avoid them, but when they're flying around, they're in your eyes, in your ears, in your nose, in your mouth, and they're all over. Just disgusting.
One summer, I was doing a swim team, and I was literally swimming through a sea of cicadas.
Those are the ones that buzz, right?
Yeah, cicadas are the ones that buzz, but they're huge. They're massive. And they're harmless, but they're massive. Also, we get like these ladybug infestations as well. And they are just gross when ladybugs just swarm you.
So
cicadas will fly into you.
They're disgusting.
I wish John Cicada would fly into me.
When we lived in Houston, we had a pool in the backyard. And in end of spring, early part of summer, all the June bugs come out, and then they're alive, and then they're dead the next day. The entire, the little bucket in a pool that collects all the leaves and stuff that it kind of goes into?
The filter.
The filter, thank you. The whole bucket filter was filled with June bugs.
That's gross.
And you go back a couple hours later, filled with June bugs again. It couldn't scoop them up fast enough. Just, no.
When Travis lived in Houston, he wouldn't let me go into his pool.
Oh, really?
That's
Why not?
not true.
It is true.
You were never even at my home in
I
Houston.
was once.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I
I
dropped
guess
you
you
off
weren't there.
But you didn't let me in the pool.
You're right. You did drop
Yeah,
me
you
off
didn't let me in the
one
pool, though.
Wasn't it kind of late by when we got back?
Yeah,
that night?
Did you have a swimsuit with you?
I don't need
Did
one.
you have oysters?
But-
Well, yes, young children. I think you need one around young children.
They wanted to see it.
They might not have been there, or Susan would have come and picked
Susan!
me up. I think they were probably either not there yet or commuting back and forth.
I think so.
Because they
That's
did
why
not
I
spend the
picked you
summer
up.
in Houston. They bounced.
They bounced out.
They're like,
too hot.
No, we're not doing that.
It's not just the heat; it's the sticky.
Hey,
And the bugs.
And
Bugs
the bugs.
everywhere. I remember we lived through a cicada infestation or whatever, and those things are loud.
It's every 17 years is the big ones, but every year there are cicadas every year.
They're
So when you go when you go to Hilton Head, it's just the hum of being there, and it's honestly kind of soothing. You don't see many if it's not a every 17 years one, which I think they had 2 years
West
ago.
Coaster,
maybe?
man. I never
Just to
been through
point this
that.
out, Em, you mentioned Travis's young children. I could have lived with them, and they would have never seen me. That's how big the Travis Rogers compound in Houston was. I could have lived in the house, and Susan and the kids never would have seen me.
Wow.
In fact, honestly, in your house now,
Yeah.
there's a chance if I lived in the garage, and
The
maybe
murder room?
I had an outhouse, I would never be seen. Because the garage is the size of like a normal person's
Was it
house.
that big?
No.
Yeah.
It's big, right, Jorge?
Oh yeah, RV fits in there, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In the garage?
Oh, dude.
Wow, all the way in. You can close the garage.
There's really only one word that I could use to describe what he just said, and it's a lie. That's just not true.
You have to move the sombreros out of the way to get the RV in there.
I got room for plenty of sombreros. So I didn't tell you this, Em. So I went through my closet yesterday, and I'm throwing away a bunch of stuff that I don't wear anymore and I can't wear anymore. And I made a big stack of stuff on my desk in my bedroom, like to tell Susan to take to Goodwill, to give it away. She goes through it and pulls at least half of it back. Like, oh, we don't give it. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, I'm never going to wear this again. Like, let's give it away. Somebody can use it. No, we're going to keep this. I'm like, what are you doing? And she's, oh, no, Michael will wear it. I'm like, I'm a lot bigger than Mike. Michael will never be able to fit into this sort of stuff. She has some sort of pathological response, visceral response to throwing a thing. And we're not even throwing it away. We're donating it. We're giving it away. And she still couldn't watch it go out the door.
Pre-level hoarding.
Can you do it without her?
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to be honest. No.
Do you not know where the Goodwill is?
Because I
It
do.
could cause problems.
I do, and I could, but I just know I won't. She will actually go and drop this stuff off and have it go to
I think
a
that's
good place.
sometimes how to get around it is that you just do it without that person knowing if that someone has an emotional attachment to things.
But why does she have an emotional attachment to a suit that I haven't worn
It's a
in
real
15
thing.
years?
Because she pictures you in that suit.
Em, I
real
think I've worn
thing.
it twice in my
Yeah,
whole
but
life.
15
Probably
years ago.
lovely
Yeah.
times.
There's no way.
Yeah, 15 years ago, things were different. Yeah.
And you may use it
gosh.
again. There's all sorts of
I can't use
arguments.
it again. It looks like I'm 8 years old wearing my dad's suit. It doesn't.
I know how
fit.
that feels.
You look like David
That's
Byrne.
to you.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes, I look like David Byrne. Exactly.
That's to you. To her, it's sentimental.
It's not.
It's hard to get rid
if
of.
it were that, I would be able to sympathize.
Seen it. Wife's an organizer. Seen it. This is not new. Yes, it's hard. That's my part of the business. When I get it, you never see it again. So when you separate it, I take it away immediately for that. If we leave,
I'm gonna start doing that.
When we do like hoarders, big time hoarders, and we put that dumpster truck out in front of
How
their house.
often does that happen?
We haven't done it here. We did
Okay.
it in the Midwest a ton. We put those dumpsters out, and she will declutter your entire house. Everything comes out.
Your ex-wife decluttered you.
Stop.
She took your mower.
So if we leave that dumpster there overnight, they'll walk the stuff right back in.
Oh.
Because of what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's legit. So when you separate it, take it immediately. Get rid of it.
Done.
For you and her.
That's good advice.
Yes.
That's good advice. I'm gonna implement that advice.
You're going to
Can't
order a
stop beating
dumpster?
that drum.
No.
That's not cheap, by the
No,
way.
what
No,
I'm
it's
going to
not.
do is, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick up my grocery store sushi for lunch. I'm going to go home. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to change my shorts and my shoes.
Not
I'm
a
gonna-
chance.
I'm
Not a
gonna-
chance.
I'm going to load up.
I
all
want
of
you to
that
post
stuff.
a video while you're getting it loaded up today on Instagram.
Okay, I will.
Not a chance.
I will.
You're
And
going to eat
I'm
that
gonna-
sushi and you're going to take a nap.
No, I don't do that anymore.
Oh.
I go out for my walk at that point.
There
But
you go.
instead of going for my walk, I'm going to drive it to the Goodwill truck, know exactly where it is, and then I can take a walk from from there.
Gone. There you go. Walk home.
So you're going to leave your car?
No, I will go from the Goodwill place to the park and do my walk at the park.
There you go. Smart.
Woods Canyon. Would you like to join me?
No.
No.
You go like an extra 2 miles.
If it was
than
any
I
other
do.
day.
Huh?
If it was any other day.
If it were any other day, yeah,
If
exactly.
it was any other day.
Yeah.
Wow.
You could do it.
No, I could do it.
Yeah.
But I sometimes get up to if I have time, I'll do the 7 miles. But my sweet spot is 4.5 to 5.5.
That's the good spot.
Yeah. Over 7, my whoop gets a little annoyed. I overstrain. Probably not great when
Your what gets annoyed?
My whoop.
Oh, your whoop.
I overstrain, so it basically takes me more time to recover. And I like to keep my recovery in the green. Whoop talk.
I don't know what that means.
Me either.
Sam Pines will give you a whole thing on whoop talk.
On
We
whoop?
share each other's
Whoop.
whoops.
I'm starting to
you whoop
understand.
share?
Yes.
We whoop share.
Whoop
So
share.
if I'm not in the green, he'll text me like, "What happened?"
Okay.
See, some people care about me, unlike you. Whoop talk.
God.
Hashtag whoop talk. GKB's big on the whoop.
Good.
You should get a
I'm
whoop.
understanding lit now.
Well, I'm sorry. What did you bring to the table
No, I'm
today?
just saying. I understand lit now. Talk about you the whole day.
Well, what else do you got?
I'm just saying.
What do you got?
You watched
Let's talk about Whoop more.
DeMarco, you watched Monaco this weekend.
I did watch Monaco, and I was
Yeah.
going to tell you, I saw Thunderbolts. I liked
Okay,
it.
yeah,
I did.
Thunderbolts is fun.
I had a
It took
choice
us
between.
40 minutes to get anything out of you.
I watched Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
When you
I
say
thought
you
it was
watch
good.
the Monaco Grand Prix?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a hard watch, but
It's
I love
very hard
F1.
watch. It's boring.
It is.
There's no passing or overtaking.
Yeah.
It's not called passing.
Every driver wants to win it,
Yeah.
but they hate doing it.
Well, you can't pass anybody.
Nothing. I
Those
know.
turns
There's no
are
room.
so crazy.
The
No room.
car is almost too long to even make that one little hairpin before they go into the hotel.
Yeah.
It's such a yeah.
Are we have a far side?
Of
Because
course.
I got set up by my brother again. Yeah, watching the F1. So I'm a big Lewis Hamilton fan.
Okay.
When I went outside, I'll tell you more about it. He was in 5th. When I came back in, he dropped like 5 or 6 spaces, and I have no idea why. How do you do that at Monaco?
I have no idea.
Had to be
I don't know.
Bad pit stop.
That's what it had to be, or something.
Yeah.
I think he blocked Verstappen.
They made him move back.
Who I can't stand anyway. Yeah.
Why don't you like Max?
I don't like Verstappen. I don't like Red Bull. I don't like Christian Horner.
Christian
If they
Horner
wreck- if
has
they
a
wreck,
spice wife.
I hope both of them wreck. I can't stand them.
Ginger Spice, to be
I
specific.
like Christian Horner.
You like Christian Horner?
Thank you,
my
Emily.
God.
Because I was excited, and I didn't know who.
One of
Christian
these days,
Horner's married to one of the spices.
She just told us.
Ginger.
Which one? Ginger. Yeah.
Yes. One of these days, I'll see him on the street and we'll talk. I
Well,
can't stand that
How
little guy.
tall is he?
He's like
what,
5'3".
5'4"?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I can't stand that little guy.
Tops.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Do
No.
a trap.
The F1 guys are all little guys. Like you can't fit in that car. You're not going to be looking like DeMarco Farr
No.
driving one of those
No.
cars. It's just not going to happen. But
Those
they're all-
drivers are amazing, man. And I just
wanna
love
win
the scenery
Monaco,
of Monaco.
And I want to win Melbourne. And I want to win Vegas. And I don't care if there's no overtaking. That's my Christian Horner.
Is that messy
But I-
also?
No, I need to. So if I'm going to do Christian Horner, I need to do that voice, but with an English accent. I don't, mate. I want tea and crumpets.
Breathe.
I want to be married to a spice wife.
Oh
And
my
I want
God.
Lewis Hamilton to come back to Red Bull.
Somebody wreck them,
Something
please.
like that. The Far Side coming up next. Travin DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, I just got a text from someone that says, thank you for pubbing Highlands Chafing Relief. Thank you for talking about it. Look, you got to make this stuff normal. No one's perfect out there. I'm not perfect. That's why, like I said, I get some chafing down there. That's why I keep Highlands Chafing Relief on deck. This stuff has been a game changer for me. It'll be a game changer for you. Trust me. I mean, no one wants to talk about this, but I will anyway. Goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, and it stays put even through sweat and water. No greasy mess, just all-day protection. And I mean all day. It will take it all away for you guys. If you've already got some chafing, you're not alone. Highlands Chafing Relief soothes it fast with aloe, shea butter, and tea tree oil. That's all that good stuff that's makes you feel better. So whether you're running, riding, hiking, working outside, construction, whatever, or just dealing with the heat like we're all going to have to pretty soon, Highlands Chafing Relief has your back and your thighs and your arms. You get the idea. You shouldn't have to stop doing what you love just because of chafing, or miss out on money or work just because of chafing. Trust me, grab Highlands Chafing Relief and feel the difference. Available today at Walmart and Target.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Big on protein, rich on flavor. The new $10 Islands Restaurant's protein bowls are here for a limited time. Packed with over 40 grams of protein and stacked with fresh ingredients for the flavors you love. Just in a bowl. Find your protein paradise at islandsrestaurants.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrecht. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
No sale beats wholesale.
The Peace Lily is so last year. Hey, has anyone worked with fiddlenecks?
Shelby's popular flower shop is in full bloom.
We just got a request for an arrangement that evokes air. Who's up for that challenge? No?
She needs to hire a floral designer to nip foliage faux pas in the bud.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our advanced matching helps find talented candidates so you can connect with them fast. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas you've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
So we were talking about F1. I'm a big F1 fan.
You excited about the movie with Brad Pitt?
I am. They were advertising. Can't
Looks
wait to
good.
see it. I've been kind of let down by these Formula One movies.
This one is from the same guy who did Top Gun Maverick, and so
good.
it's going to be good.
Did you see the one? Is it Drive?
Yes.
Is that one of them?
That was the Ryan Gosling
Amazing movie.
That was
Yes.
a good movie.
and that's not necessarily that's not an F1 movie. Though.
No.
Yeah.
He's just a
There's
criminal.
one that's called Driven with Sylvester Stallone. I think
not
that's what
Driven.
You're
I'm going to
You're
find
talking about Drive with Albert
You're
Brooks.
talking Driven
and
with
Bryan
Stallone.
Cranston.
There's another
That was
one with oh my God, the guy that got burned. He's dead.
Oh, Senna.
Nope, not Senna.
The German guy you're
the
talking
German
about. I
guy.
know exactly who you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Schumacher?
No,
he got.
It'll come to me. But anyway,
Rush is the one. I'm
Rush
thinking
is the
of.
one. That
Oh,
was about the best one I've seen.
Yeah.
The Stallone one was a Stallone movie
But that was
in an
cool.
F1. It was
Yeah,
cool.
it's good, yeah.
It's fun if you just appreciate it for what it is. But
Yeah,
I'm hoping this is a real F1
Nicky
movie.
Lauda is who you're
Nicky
thinking
Lauda.
of.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much. I'm hoping this one with Brad Pitt is
F1
more
guy, yeah.
F1
This
with
one-
Brad Pitt.
So you're
It's
not
going
talking
to
about the
be
Drive? Sorry. You're not
Rush.
talking about Drive?
Rush.
So have you seen Drive?
No.
That's a great movie.
That
I
is
love
a
it.
great
It's
movie.
starring Christina Hendricks in her Mad Men Prime 2010, and it's also Ryan Gosling.
I wouldn't say
and also
starring. She was in it.
She's in it.
Featuring.
Featuring, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's
Come
good.
on.
She
Em.
is,
You're going to
uh,
oversell the guy.
You'd like
She's in the movie.
Yeah, she's in the
Ryan
movie.
Gosling is the star of the movie.
There you go.
Carey Mulligan or is it Michelle Williams?
No, it's Carey
One of the
Mulligan.
blondies is in that.
And she's ultra annoying, which she is anyway.
And they park in our garage underneath. here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part
Yeah.
of it. Yeah.
It's a great movie.
The opening
good.
scene is he's avoiding. He's
He's a getaway
driving.
driver.
He's avoiding, and he goes into the garage right as a Clippers game is
Yeah.
getting out, and so it's funny because
Smart.
it's actually a packed Clippers game.
And Albert Brooks is amazing.
Oh my God.
Bryan
as
Cranston's
as
great.
a bad guy. Yes.
And then what's his name? Ron Perlman is also great.
That guy's good in everything.
But
he's not starring in it. He's featuring for
He's
sure.
got that face that if he wasn't an actor and usually a bad guy, what would he do?
He play in that movie?
Yeah,
he's the bad guy. He's one of the mob guys.
I think he's in the one of the last scenes.
One of the last scenes. Albert Brooks is the bad guy.
They're connected. They're in the same family.
So
don't you know how the Italian mafia works?
I do. I forgot him, though, because I remember that face, but I don't remember him from Drive at all. Anyway, so watching F1 Monaco with my brother, and I realized this is on Sunday. I got set up because he said he's having a barbecue. Turns out it was my sister-in-law having a barbecue for her and her girlfriends.
Okay.
Right. So everyone outside in the backyard, all women.
Okay.
And they all brought their kids. So my brother in his 3-level house was kind of being the guard or the sentry on the mid-level where the master bedroom is to keep the kids out of the bedroom.
Okay.
So he just sat there the whole time and made me go up and down the stairs with these kids. Right. So I didn't want to be in the backyard, too much talk. I couldn't be with him because I'm chasing these kids. So that's how I lost track of
Lewis Hamilton.
But it did get me thinking.
Were you chafing over the weekend or not?
I was not chafing.
Okay, just
did
making
get
sure.
me thinking about way back in the day. I lived next door, and you guys would know this. I lived next door to a dude named Steve. He was a guy that sold pacemakers. So every now and then he would allow me to go into the surgery
9:50 a.m.
and watch them put the pacemaker in. And he's like 44, I'm 26, 27. My first house, he was my neighbor. He was like my Cusimano from Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
We just walk over and talk at the tree line or the fence line.
So
We
you're
just hang
Tony
out.
Soprano in this analogy?
Kind of, but I'm a nicer guy.
Okay.
I'm a nicer guy than him. But that's how our relationship was. So our decks would face west.
Did you touch decks?
We did not touch decks.
Oh, okay.
Our decks faced west, and everything out there
Did you have big deck energy?
faced west because of how the city was built. White flight is real. Everybody left the city. They all went west. So to the west of us was absolutely nothing. So one day I'm sitting on his deck, and he shows me a photo album. Mind you, he's 44. I'm like 26, 27.
Did he have a nice deck?
He did have a nice deck.
Okay.
So I'm realizing this dude had a whole life before I met him. Like, he's been married before. Mind you, my first marriage. Halfway through that book, it's him as a race car driver. And I'm like, dude, did you drive Indy? Because that's how I said it. He goes, no, I drove open wheel. That's what they say.
Yes.
So he tells me about his life. He used to drive and all this sort of stuff. And he had a Viper and a souped-up Camaro, and his everyday car was a Porsche 911.
Wow.
So we start talking, and he's hipping me up to the race game. This is where I started to love F1. So we start talking. We're drinking. He starts challenging me to a race. Like, he wants to race me because I'm talking trash.
Yeah.
And he said something like, it doesn't matter how fast your car is, I will outbrake you.
Yes.
Have you heard that before?
I have.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah,
I will
he's
going
to get on the brakes way later than you are.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll just outbrake you.
Yeah.
So long story short, we sobered up. We went for this race down this street, this road called Hog Hollow. Now, mind you, everything out west, there's no one there. So there's these old paved roads where you can do just about anything you want.
Okay.
Right. So we're racing going through this thing, and he is outbraking me. So I learned what outbraking was about. So I'm asking him, and this is where I'm getting to. I see a picture of him putting on the little sheath right before you put on the helmet, and he's got this look on his face. Steve is a happy, nice guy, happy-go-lucky dude.
He's got a nice deck.
He does. The look on his face, he looked like an assassin. So I'm staring at the picture, and this is what I'm interested in. What are you thinking right here? And he says, I'm thinking of the second shortest prayer ever. And I'm like, the second shortest prayer ever? He goes, yeah, the shortest prayer is drop to your knees and say help.
Yeah.
That's the shortest prayer you could ever come up with. The second shortest prayer is F it. And I laughed my butt off. And I'm like, I know what that means. Everybody has an F it day. We're all scared. It's just a figment of your imagination. If you think a bear's behind the corner, it's not. It's probably just a squirrel nesting. You walk, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So fear is just a figment of your imagination. So it got me thinking about when I was a rookie, heading down on kickoff. And when did you come into watching football?
Probably in like 2006.
Do you think she could handle 80s style of ball?
Sure.
You think so?
I do.
The violence of it?
Yeah.
When you say handle, like watching it?
Like watching it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you could.
I think Em would be into it.
I think she'd be fine.
You think so?
Yeah, I think she'd be fine.
some people, it would turn their stomach.
I go back and watch the 70s Steelers Super Bowl DVDs.
Yeah, they were mean.
It turns my stomach.
Yeah.
But I also loved it when it was happening.
Yes,
like
me too.
you know what I mean? It was just that was just football.
I'm not sure if I loved it. It was
Yeah.
just the way it was, and this is how you have to be. But it's the complete opposite of movies. Watching Aliens, the first one, with a bunch of kids who had never seen it. And they were like, this scares you? And I'm like, back in the day, this is all we had.
Sure.
Now, you've come up through CGI. You actually get to see the knife go in. We didn't see that back in the day. It was all...
You had to imagine it.
Yeah, edits and whatnot, blood splatter. So fear is just a figment. So I remember being on kickoff in San Diego, and I am scared to death. This is coming up to the effort.
Kickoff coverage.
Kickoff coverage. And this is when it was at its most violent.
Right.
It's a guaranteed car wreck.
Right.
Going south down northbound 405.
Right.
Guaranteed car wreck. Luis Zendejas is our place kicker. And I remember, and I'm R1. That means I am the guy right next to the kicker.
Yep.
I'm going into the wedge, and I know it. Travis, when I tell you I was scared to death, I mean scared to death. And I remember Zendejas counting it off, 7 back, 3 over, and he put his hand up.
Are we in a car still, or are we talking about playing football?
This is football. This is back to F it.
Oh, okay.
He puts his hand up like he's ready, and the ref signals, okay, kick, ready for play. He starts to move forward, and I say out loud, not yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this. I'm going down to meet my death.
Yeah.
All fear. On the third step, you know what I said? F it. Right. So me and Steve on that deck, facing west, came together with the second shortest prayer of all time. Fear is in your head. It ain't real. F it.
Sometimes it's real.
It ain't real. There.
Sometimes there is a bear around
You have
that
a picture of Steve's deck?
I do. Steve was funny, man. Steve is 44, and he was in a hurry. He married Pam, who was my age. They had 5 kids in like 5 years.
Wow.
Steve was in a hurry.
Don't get hit in the head, kids. Anyway, I got to go talk to the interns real quick.
That's it.
That's too many kids.
I should have told you that on Wednesday when he wasn't
That's
here.
too many kids.
I should have told you that on
That's
Wednesday.
a cool story, though. I think
Thank you.
No, it's the I'm going to go do something that could end very, very badly, but I can't think about it.
Yes. Well, I
so
had a
why
whole
did Lewis
different
Hamilton fall back? Did we ever get an answer to
He
that
blocked.
question?
He blocked Verstappen.
Oh, so they made him move
Yes.
back. Okay.
I also think it's interesting because every day in our lives, we are not encountering anxiety at the same level as you were, DeMarco, when you played sports. And so it's like hard to sometimes put yourself in the mindset of these great athletes because they could really hurt themselves.
Vast majority of us, I put myself smack in the middle of this, wouldn't do what you do. Even if we
I didn't
could.
want to do it,
No,
Travis.
But you did
Hell
do it.
no.
That's the point. I know that you have the self-preservation mode of I don't want to, but you're also able to go beyond it and actually go do it. Most of us are like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
No, I'm out. Well, then you can't play. Well, then I guess I can't play.
Yeah.
Like, that's where most of us get off the ride.
Bro, on the 4th step, I went faster. I ran faster than I've ever ran in my entire life.
Yeah.
If it's going to happen, it's going to happen on my terms.
Yeah.
Kaboom. Yes.
Yeah. Otani throwing some live BP. I've never seen somebody so excited to see a guy play catch. It was awesome. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Rotolo Chevrolet is also awesome. Awesome to the tune of 13 Dealer of the Year awards in a row. That's what they do at Rotolo Chevrolet. Day after day, week after week, year after year. They make sure that you get exactly what you want at the price you want, and you feel great about it. So you're going to tell everybody that you know about your incredible experience at Rotolo Chevrolet. It's when I've been telling you about my experiences there for years now. The purchases that I've made at Rotolo Chevrolet, the Silverados that I've driven from Rotolo Chevrolet, the friends that I've made at Rotolo Chevrolet. They take great care of you, so you're going to come back again and again and again. So go see for yourself what all the fun's about at Rotolo Chevrolet. If you've been thinking about a Chevy car or truck, if you've been thinking about a Silverado, there's no better place than Rotolo. Right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit, you cannot miss it. It's right there, all the Silverados. And if Fontana's a little out of your back of the neck of the woods, backyard, RotoloChevy.com. ROTOLO. RotoloChevy.com, and tell them that Travis sent you.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey, Southern California, I'm Ty Pennington, the home guy, teaming up with Pechanga Resort Casino to give away a brand new house. Imagine yourself in a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in incredible Temecula, California. All you need to do is play your favorite slots or table games at Pechanga Resort Casino. The more you play, the more entries you earn. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for complete details on Home Sweet Win.
Rules and conditions apply. Go to Pechanga.com for more details.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
USC football is more than a game. It's tradition, pride, and unforgettable Saturdays in the Coliseum.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their 1-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Hari.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cap.
The Travis and DeMarco show is on. I know why we're playing this. And if you're watching on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, DeMarco's very into it.
On the mic.
Come on, man.
I mean, not even close to the mic, but that's okay.
I want to cry. This is my song. Yes.
Nothing hits like 2005 Red Hot Chili Peppers for DeMarco. Was it 2000? Sorry.
Yes. Come on. Yeah.
Were you excited when Hard Knocks used it? Remember when they came back? That first Hard Knocks, the Jeff Fisher Hard Knocks. Used this.
Jared Goff was confused where the sun rises. That one?
Well, he was confused.
In a blimp, remember?
In a blimp. Yeah, that was like, always?
And
yes,
Jeff
always.
Fisher destroyed that kid's career?
No.
Who had a girl come to the...
oh, my God.
Remember?
Was this 2016?
I remember that whole story. He told the entire building in front of everyone. No women in the locker room. No women in the hotel. Everybody knew. And this dude.
I understand, but you destroy the kid's career.
You know what? I'm glad that was on TV.
At least win 7 games if you're going to do that.
I'm glad it was on TV, because if it wasn't, you would have heard the real stuff. Are you a freaking moron? Didn't you hear me tell you no women in the hotel?
Be a bad team. It was a bad team.
It does not matter. This is why. You can't have guys that follow the rules. It's simple.
The NBA, they may still do it. I don't know. But the NBA, after the draft, had like a conference with all the incoming players, and basically the theme of the meeting was don't do drugs and don't get anybody pregnant. Like this is how your career will come off of the rails, right?
Yeah.
A guy got caught with a girl doing drugs in his hotel at the meeting.
Moron.
And it's like, there you go.
Moron.
There you go.
And she got pregnant.
The reason they say stuff like
but
that,
2 birds.
Yeah.
But you don't know why he's telling you that. They may be on the verge of getting some sort of case dismissed that you never heard of. And it's all about PR at this point. And you just go ahead and screw that up, I'd cut you right there.
I couldn't agree with you more. This is one of those easy, hey, listen, it might not make a ton of sense to you, but what I'm telling you is you can't wear a yellow shirt to work.
Boom!
How many times have we told you to get on the mic and you don't do it? And you
But if
literally
you
get
wore
paid to do
a yellow
this.
shirt to work, and now I got to can you. That's your fault.
That is your fault.
Yes.
You're an idiot.
Yes.
I don't feel bad for
It's
that
not
kid at all.
complicated.
I don't. And he could have been a pretty good player. You know who he would have been? He would have been oh my God, his name just slips my mind. Lake. No, Lake.
Carnell Lake?
He would have
or Quentin Lake?
Quentin Lake. He would have been just like Quentin Lake here. Same guy, same athlete, same everything, except for that. You can't follow the rules.
It's not complicated.
I hope wherever you're working, you think about that moment.
Don't do this, and that's the first thing you do. No, we're done.
Speaking of Quentin Lake, he was, I believe, on an NFL Network show, and he was talking about how he thinks that this version of the Rams could be like the greatest show on turf with what they're doing in the offense. I don't know. He just
agreed.
He said that.
I like it. I'm the one that says I'm going for 13 wins.
No. I mean, that might be possible. I think they could turn into an offensive dynamo. I think you're going to see the best of Stafford, the best of Devontae Adams, the best of Puka Nacua, if the O-line stays healthy. But the greatest show on turf is a different animal. There's 5 Hall of Famers.
Right.
Yeah, that's different.
No, I'm not doing
and they were all homegrown except for one. in Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kurt will claim because no one wanted Kurt. That's what I'm saying. That's different. But they could create
and you had
an
Orlando
offense
Pace at left tackle.
Right, different deal.
That's a Hall of Famer. It's a number one overall. It's Orlando Pace.
That's the knock on Mike Martz. When he left St. Louis, he went everywhere else thinking he had Orlando Pace, getting his quarterbacks killed. Right.
No, there's not a lot of guys you just look at left tackle on the offense and go, oh,
no.
Hall of Famer, him. Well, you had one.
Mike, we've been sacked 7 times. You might want to stop emptying the backfield. Just once. Just once. Yeah.
Listen for your cue to call. Let me start over. Listen for your cue to call and win a ticket to join us at Legends Attic this Friday for their anniversary event. Caller number 7 can claim an autograph from Joe Davis, the one and only. Travis and DeMarco will be broadcasting live from Legends Attic this Friday, where you can redeem your prize. Listen to Travis and DeMarco for your chance to win today and all week, only here on 710 ESPN.
I can't wait.
Me either.
I've never met Joe. I'm excited to do that. Excited to see the ball.
I met him last year. The
Did
Mason
you?
and Ireland Hall of Fame event.
I didn't go to that.
Why does your voice get low?
Because him and he looked at me like, oh, you're the guy that says stuff, and I looked at him like, yeah.
I think he does a great job.
Yeah.
Oh, this is all about Dave Roberts bashing and stuff.
No. Yeah, a little
for
bit.
him.
A
For him.
little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
What did you say about him specifically?
Let's not get into it.
Or
You're
is he
going to
just-
see him on Friday.
Or is he just protecting the brand, the Dodger brand?
I think it's going to be great to meet Joe on Friday.
Me too.
I'm
I can't
looking
wait.
forward
I'm
to it.
excited
I
for you
look
guys
forward
to
it.
meet Joe on
Super
Friday.
excited. Yes. I always love those shows, especially
think
when
that-
Earl steps in.
Do
Yeah.
you think that Oral will have picked off all the bugs on himself
Oh,
after
my God.
Cleveland? Because I know they were even talking about it on the broadcast. They're like, yeah, you can't even tell how bad this swarm is.
Well, Orel pitched in Cleveland for a couple of years.
Well,
so,
yeah,
so
yeah.
he knows how
Went to the
gross
World
that
Series.
Yeah, was the ALCS MVP
Yeah.
the year they went. He had a really nice career in Cleveland. But then just it's so
Sticky and
nasty.
bugs and nasty.
Plus, when you got to spray all that stuff on you to try to keep them off, A, it doesn't work all that well, and B, that stuff, there's no way that's okay to spray on your body.
3
There's
shower
just,
summers.
Just no way.
The deep woods bug spray.
yeah.
The off works.
It
Yeah,
does.
and also those little lanterns that you could have, the
Yeah.
off
The
lanterns.
Oh,
that
yeah.
keep the-
Citronella candles.
Yeah.
Those work all
Lifesaver.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chris, where are you on Charo?
I don't really have an emotion for
No?
it.
Okay. Because Lindsay Lohan, Charo, Dylan Efron, and Quen Blackwell will be a part of Old Navy's new activeware campaign. I did not
Now
know
I
that
have an
Charo
emotion on
was
it.
still with us.
Just,
I didn't know that
Me
either.
either.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say Lindsay Lohan is playing Charo.
No.
Oh.
The role of a
By the
lifetime.
way, you should put the DGA, like you need to
Yeah.
go and claim that because that's a
Oh.
brilliant idea.
Okay. Wow.
Charo, Emily, do you have any idea who Charo is?
I've seen her picture in that article that I
Okay.
sent to you, but I have no idea otherwise.
So Charo was kind of a person that you knew in and around the late 70s, early 80s. She was pretty. She would show up on like the Love Boat. Like that's all I really knew of her, is that she was like a actor person. And she
is
was
it like Pamela Anderson?
no.
Okay.
No. It was.
I think she'd be more like an influencer now.
Yeah. But here's the other thing. She's like a world-renowned musician.
Yes.
She's like this amazing guitar player. I had no idea she could do anything other than show up on the Love Boat and run around. Like, I thought that was her entire
What's her name
existence.
from Modern Family?
Sofia Vergara?
Sofia Vergara.
Kind of.
Yes.
Kind of that aura.
Okay, but
yeah.
she's an
wasn't an
actress.
actor. But Charo really wasn't an actor.
But just on the Love Boat.
But funny, loud,
Like
that
weekly.
stuff. Yeah.
She
Kind of like
was
that.
on with, like the Love Boat had the crew.
Yeah.
And then the starring cast would cycle through every week. Only Charo was on that boat like every second Saturday.
playing herself. I have no idea what the Love Boat even is.
Oh, it's good. You
So-
like the Love
it's
Boat.
great.
Oh, Love
I
Boat's the
know
best.
from Star on Cap, Love Boat, whatever.
No,
but are they playing themselves?
No,
on Love Boat?
no, they played characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Charo was playing a character,
But
of
it was
somebody.
always Charo.
Always
So
Charo.
there's a Love Boat
Yes.
channel on Pluto TV.
Oh,
Download
wow.
the Pluto
Okay.
app and watch one episode.
I have it on my TV.
There you go.
I'll watch Love Boat.
Go down to
But
Classic TV. There's a Love Boat channel.
Travis,
Captain.
show Chris the picture
Yeah.
of Lindsay Lohan and the picture of Charo
Cap
for the
Savage?
article I sent you.
There's Lindsay.
All right.
Nice.
Good picture.
It's a good picture.
There's Charo.
She's getting on a bike
Would
there.
she make
I
you
will
buy
say-
Old Navy?
I will just say they have a
bought
much
Old Navy in a
tighter
while, but-
photograph of Lindsay Lohan than they do of Charo.
Yeah, it's
Charo's
way
taken
back
with
there.
like a telescopic lens.
That's the Marla Hooch shot.
I used to,
a lot of night games.
I used to go to Old Navy every year for the 4th of July T-shirts.
Oh yeah,
I haven't been in an Old Navy in a few years.
I have the cutest picture of me and my sisters all wearing little Old Navy shirts, like on our porch swing and our front.
The 4th of July
porch.
ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super fun.
It's a quality shirt.
Hey, Brenda used to work at Old Navy. She got locked, so they were closing the store. They were closing the mall down, and she went to the dressing room, put stuff away. They locked her in there till like for a couple hours. She was locked in.
Oh, that's the plot of a
After
Jennifer
hours.
Connelly movie. That's the plot of Career Opportunities, where Frank Wally gets trapped in the Target with her and the robbers.
And the robbers?
Okay.
Yeah.
I know this is like off topic slightly, but you know, Travis, how when we say about if the apocalypse happens or whatever, go to a Costco, go to a Sam's Club, go to a Walmart,
100%.
etc. The Last of Us last night actually went to a Costco. Like
Of course
the
they did.
military in this thing was set up in a Costco.
The Walmart, it would be
In
better
Seattle.
than a Costco in the apocalypse for one reason, is you can buy weapons at Walmart.
Yes.
And Costco doesn't sell
Maybe
that.
Costco in Seattle has weapons because the
maybe.
weaponry is there.
Yeah.
Can I get locked in an Old Navy with Brenda now?
Come on,
Sorry,
man.
I mean Jorge.
Brenda?
Come on, man.
Jorge's Brenda.
Oh.
Come on, bro.
But no, Travis.
That was right up to the line.
I was like, wait.
Right up to the line.
Hey, Frankie.
Yes, sir.
And
Play the homie oldies.
And Dylan Efron in this is Zach's brother, the one that was on Traders.
Wow.
Do they still have the performance fleece at Old Navy?
I believe so.
See?
I was a big performance fleece guy back in the
I
day.
am dressed head to toe Old Navy almost all the time, so I'm
Nothing wrong
a
with that.
frequent Old Navy purchaser.
If you were RG3, you would have whipped it. See? Can't be talking about people's lives, bro.
Jorge could probably play quarterback better than RG3.
He has his knees still.
Wow. God, one hit the wrong way,
Kyle
changed
Shanahan
everything.
was sending him out for passes
That
in
is
traffic.
true. They
It's
did not
look,
like him.
Look, I get that RG3 is an incredible athlete and can do a lot of crazy things, but the idea of sending your quarterback over the middle seems like a bad idea.
They were trying to break him, weren't they?
They succeeded.
They were trying to break him.
They succeeded.
That was Nada he kicked, right?
Well, Gruden's brother.
Haloti
John
Nada.
Gruden's brother didn't help
That's
him.
how he
out.
hurt the leg. His leg wrapped around a big 350-pound Polynesian
Well,
dude. Yeah.
you put
I hate when that happens.
What does RG3 weigh? 185 pounds?
Maybe. Soaking
Maybe.
wet. Yeah.
And you put him around 350-pound guys, guess who's going to lose?
That's moving.
It's
right.
also FedEx Field. FedEx Field is responsible for Alex Smith for one of Joe Burrow's injuries, for the injury against RG3.
Yeah.
FedEx Field is, I guess now it's called something else. Who cares? But like the field in which the Commanders play is rife for
I
injury.
almost forget how good he was.
Good use of
He
the
for
word
a
rife.
short period of time. Yeah, he was
I
really
liked
good.
He was terrific.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Yeah, but
Didn't Jeff Fisher troll him by sending out all the players they got in exchange for him to the coin flip?
Yes, they did. I think they won that game too.
Okay.
That's one of a few.
I do remember that. Yes.
didn't happen very
Speaking
often.
of that too, of like all the players you get for this finals could end up being the Paul George finals with the
Oh, I
Indiana
did hear this.
Pacers and the Thunder.
Oh, yeah.
Both teams that are pretty much built off the back of Paul George trades.
So good. It's so good.
That
It
he's
is.
so worthwhile, I guess, to some team that they would trade their entire future, which turned up to two teams that might end up in the NBA Finals.
In the history of the NBA, in your mind, who would you liken Paul George to? Because the dude is ultra talented.
He is.
He's just hurt all the time.
Is it somebody like Sean Elliott?
Sean Elliott, that's a pretty
he's
good
a
one.
better he's a better player than Sean Elliott was. But,
Much better, yeah.
But a guy that's like you want him on your team. He's an important guy to have on your team. But is he going to change
He
your
may
life?
be a one of one. I've never.
Yeah.
He and Kawhi. Kawhi made the comeback this year, but
He's not Dominique Wilkins, is he?
No, Dominique is different. Yeah, that's a different. Yeah,
I
it's
also
weird.
like that the NBA is going to allow a Pacers Thunder finals to make us believe that the lottery wasn't rigged.
Might
Don't
be,
look over
man.
here.
Yeah, exactly.
Look over here.
Yeah,
Might
they're going to
be.
say, see, if we rigged the lottery, we would have rigged this.
Blame the Knicks.
Although the Knicks are
Lord.
going to get in. The Knicks are going to get in.
The Knicks are going to get in.
I think so.
They-
From here,
That last
no.
game. That
if
last
they get
game.
in from here, then you know the fix is in.
Look, they win.
That last game.
Is it? Yeah, they played tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Coverage
they
at 5
played
o'clock
tonight.
there on 7
It's 2-2 going back to the Garden.
Yeah.
Indiana had him.
they had him.
But that's been
They
the
had
case
him.
for
Had him.
all 3 games.
I know,
The,
but
the
this
team
one,
that's been behind in the fourth quarter has won all 3 games, like by 20 points. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Brunson on the bench. Who knew Carl Anthony Towns was going to be that guy? You had him.
I totally agree with
Yeah.
you, but this is not like that's the one-off.
No.
This has been the whole playoffs. The team that's behind the entire game just pulls it out of their
You may have let him off the hook there. If they come back, then I would say the fix
I
is
know
in.
that
but
the
yeah.
ratings are like a totally different thing than they were in the 80s and 90s,
Yeah.
and it's not comparable anymore. But what that OKC Indiana thing might be will be shockingly low.
You think? I'm going to watch.
I don't
it's
know.
the Rangers and the Diamondbacks a couple years ago where no one wants to watch that.
I'm with you. At least the Rangers are in Dallas.
Yeah.
And Dallas is a huge city, right? That Indianapolis and Oklahoma City.
I want to see if OKC
can
finish.
You do get Shea.
I want to see if they can finish. I really do. I want to see if they can finish this off.
That's different than will it have appeal outside
It won't.
You and I are going to watch it because we're going
That's
to
why
watch
the
it.
Knicks are going to be in.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why the idea of the Knicks somehow, some way, finding their way in there is not.
Get the closer there.
I do like the flying telephone pole, Chet Holmgren. He's fun.
He needs to put on 65 pounds.
Hey, there's no
He
room.
loves oxtail. He'll put on some.
Does he love
that
oxtail?
way.
Okay.
Does he really?
There's a clip of him
You bring oxtail
talking about his
before?
favorite barbecue things, and he's oh, I love oxtail.
You ever eaten oxtail?
Yeah, I have.
It's not bad, right?
It's okay.
Yeah. If they didn't tell you it was oxtail, you'd like it more.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. You? No?
I've had it.
Yeah. Not bad.
Not a huge oxtail
bad.
guy.
It's not something I would seek out.
No, but I do want to see OKC complete this journey because they are the most connected team in the NBA. You at least have to give them that. They are so connected, and it's so obvious they're connected.
To the point of they might be. This could be the dawn of Spurs 2.0, where they're really, really good, incredibly steady, same coach, same star player, and everybody's like, yeah, whatever.
Until the contracts come due.
No,
and then,
I get
and
it.
then people
but
change.
They have so many picks. They're going to keep on, and
Oh, yeah.
they're going to continue to be able to backload this thing because they have so many picks. And we could fast forward to 2038, and they've won the title 4 times, and we're just like, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, cool, man. I just don't give a damn.
I don't want it to happen just because I want to see Reggie Miller tormented. Like Jordan used to torment him.
Wow.
Indiana's
What did Reggie do to you?
Indiana's not going to win.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to watch.
Of course it was.
Are you doing the tease, Chris, or am I?
You can do the tease, and I'm going to lock you out.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Let's do it that way.
Yeah.
We will be at Legends Attic on Friday, this Friday, May 30th, for their 1-year anniversary. And if you call in right now, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776, caller number 7 will claim an autograph from Joe Davis, Trav, and DeMarco. That's me. That's him. We'll be broadcasting live from Legends Attic this Friday, where you can redeem your prize. Listen to Trav and DeMarco for your chance to win only with 710.
That's what I was going to do, but I think it's okay. Caller number 7 right now, 877-710-ESPN. More of a Live Imaging Tuesday in minutes on 710.
Steve. Hey, guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk, and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their 1-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrecht. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Save money. Well, my friend, I've got one answer for you. The Cerritos Auto Square. It's America's largest auto mall. 24 dealerships, all the top brands, all in one easy location right here in SoCal. And here's the secret. These dealers sell more cars than anyone because they have low prices. And they can actually afford low prices because they sell so many cars. Check it out at CerritosAutosquare.com.
Cerritos Auto Square. Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
It's time to make your yard the best on the block with Memorial Day savings at the Home Depot. Start by keeping the weeds at bay with Earthgrow mulch, now 4 for $10. Then keep your garden thriving with Miracle-Gro garden soil, now on special buy, 4 for $10. Give your neighbors yard envy all summer long with Memorial Day savings going on now at the Home Depot.
When you're gone, when you're gone.
10:19 on a live imaging Tuesday, the Travis and DeMarco Show, the homie oldies, Jack. I mean, that's the thing, Jorge. We'll be an Old Navy. We'll just put this on. This is not weird. It's just two people, two adults locked in. Put on some performance fleece.
I don't think she would get locked out in that case.
Oh, man. We got caller 7?
I got caller 7.
Who was the winner?
Keith Chavez from Camarillo.
Nice, Keith. Congratulations,
Good job,
Keith. Thanks for listening. You'll be a Legends Attic Friday.
Gets
to
to
press
see
the
the ball.
flesh. Get to see the Freddie Freeman Grand Slam ball, and you're going to get Joe Davis's autograph. We'll have another giveaway tomorrow, and don't be sure to join the guys. Okay, go to legensaddict.com and get your ticket for Friday for fun and frivolity. Legends Attic, nothing like it in the city of Claremont. That's Friday.
You wanted to do play-by-play, right?
Oh,
I
he's
did.
very good at it.
I did. That's when I got started in all of this. That was what I wanted to do when I first got started.
Who's your top of the heap? Play-by-play.
Vin Scully.
Where does Joe D fit?
He's
up there?
But here's the nicest thing I can say about Joe Davis, and I'm a huge fan of his. He replaced Vin Scully, and no one batted an eye.
Really?
That is true.
That to walk in replacing the person that is universally understood to be the greatest person to have ever executed the format, and everybody's waiting. It's like, who's going to replace this guy? And he comes in, and everybody went, okay.
Yeah.
That is an amazing bar to clear. It is an amazing bar to clear.
Did John Ireland not do that?
Oh, boy. No, he did.
Is that a
but
bad-
he wasn't the replacement.
He was not the first.
No.
Okay.
But and Chick was still alive too for a period of time.
What's so boy?
Not for John.
Not for John.
Oh.
But yeah, they moved. Joe Davis is excellent at
Because
what he does. You know what else he's
Chick
really
did
good
a
at too? Is at
simulcast.
football.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
And then they
Yeah.
split it off when Chick passed.
Yeah.
I just remember, this is radio. You know this. When Stern went off the air and they put David Lee Roth on.
Right.
And then
Well, for some of us. Here it was Adam Carolla.
Adam Carolla was here,
Yeah.
and it just did not work out.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Hard to follow that guy.
replace somebody like that, to follow, and especially if the follow is the other person's still around, like Howard just went to a different place.
So we'd like to thank everybody who helped make that happen, because sports radio wouldn't be what it is without that happening.
Without that happening right there?
Without
Yeah.
Howard going to satellite, and then Mel Karmazin less CBS radio. Well, you want to make that point.
Yep.
That Mel was no longer there when they replaced Howard, and they did not a great job. Adam Carolla was the only one that actually did a decent job.
Yeah.
And that's why he had a podcast life after it, and he still does.
I like Carolla. He's funny.
But
yeah.
David Lee Roth, and then the other person they did in the middle of the country, they've split it off into 3 parts.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And
Was
it
there a
just-
third person?
There was, and it didn't really work.
I don't. Okay, I didn't
But that's how
remember that
sports
part of it.
radio became such a monster in this country.
After that move, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember being so excited for David Lee Roth, and then like after 3 days, no. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Howard's Howard, man.
Yeah,
You're not finding another Howard.
Right,
It just
right.
doesn't happen. There's a reason that he's who he is and has been doing. How's long he been there? 50 years?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and continues to just kill it.
You know what else I tripped on the car ride in, the commute? There was a bus that was advertising Jeopardy.
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
the new host?
Ken Jennings.
I still see him as the backup.
Yeah,
the
well,
replacement
yeah,
guy.
it's 'cause
right.
Trebek, that's a great example.
Right,
Like
yeah.
Trebek held it down forever and ever and
Forever.
ever, and then Ken Jennings does a fine job, but he's not Alex Trebek.
Right, you're doing his
Yeah.
job. Exactly his job now. Yeah.
I loved calling that Little League game, Chris. That was so much fun.
We're gonna do more of it.
Good.
Can we do football?
Possibly.
All right.
Yeah.
Yay.
Can I do color and you'll do
No,
Or
you do play-by-play.
That's what I meant.
There you go.
I
Yeah,
misspoke.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Come on.
What about that other thing we talked about, Chris? Is there any?
Working on it.
Okay. I just want to make sure that doesn't get pushed to the back
It's
burner.
not. It's on my legal path.
You guys sound like a mug.
I
The
still
other
write
thing,
everything out.
The first thing or the second thing?
Speaking of performance fleece and first thing and the second thing, I was watching The Sopranos yesterday, and it's the one where the bear shows up in the backyard.
Oh, my God.
And so he has Benny go over there at first to try to scare the bear off, and then the other, Paulie's nephew, who I think is also named Paulie, and Carmela goes, "Aren't you going to be cold out there?" And he goes, "Nah, I got a fleece."
Yeah.
It makes me
Old
laugh.
Navy,
It's
right.
like,
No
yeah, it's
doubt.
12 degrees. I don't care if you have your Old Navy performance fleece.
What did he call the machine gun?
Oh, yeah.
What did he call that? Do you remember that scene?
I know.
You're good on the Italian words.
Yeah, but I don't remember what he called it.
Yeah, he's the
Where
guy.
he opens up that cabinet in the kitchen.
What did he call the machine gun
I
there?
saw
Okay.
it yesterday, and I don't remember.
Good scene. Good episode.
What did you think of Otani throwing BP? Live BP to Dodger hitters.
God.
Shohei Otani.
I've been
Exactly
talking
right.
about burlesque for a while. It's a great tease. That's what that felt like. I want to see this on the mound. I want to see you pitch in a game. Dude, he
100%.
looks good.
Was there one thing about it in particular that jumped out to either one of you guys? Because there was one thing to me, I'm like, okay, all right, this is very, very good news.
One, he was having fun.
That's it.
Oh, is that it?
That's
Oh,
it.
okay, yeah.
That's it to
He
me.
looked like one of the guys.
He looked like he was 100% comfortable.
Yeah.
100% healthy. And this is, I'm ready to go.
And the other thing was how many people were watching him, and he was having fun, and how big he is on the mound.
Oh, no, he's
He's
an
a
enormous
large man.
Yeah.
He's an enormous human being.
Yes.
He's just a really, really big guy.
Yeah.
But I same two exact things to Marco for me was the free and easy nature. Like when he struck the one guy out looking and he rang him up. I'm
Funny.
like, that's
I've been
not
trying to do that for 2 days.
that's not a guy that's grinding it out.
No.
That's not a guy that's like just. This is hey man, this is going exactly where I want it. I'm making major leaguers look a little bit lost. And the amount of people, not just Dodger people, but the amount of people watching him throw that BP session was incredible.
Incredible. But it looks like he can actually pitch right now.
I bet he could.
Not so quick.
If he had to, I bet he could.
So what are you saving it for?
They're trying. They are going to get, and I'm making up numbers here. They're going to have him pitch, let's say, 80 innings this season. There's no reason to pitch 80. Of my 80 innings, none of them need to come in May. None of them need
After
to really
the
come
break.
in June.
Okay.
But by the time we get him stretched out to where he can pitch 4 or 5 innings a night, maybe in a perfect world get to 6 towards the end of the line, we'll start to go in middle to late July.
He also needs to be 110% ready because if he's not and he suffers a setback, it could also affect him in two spots. He could not be hitting anymore.
If that's not 100%, then what's 100% look like?
I think he is 100%. I think this is a not yet. Let's just
Okay.
this is dipping your toe in the water. Let's have him face some live guys that are trying to hit him.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there.
He had Kim and he had Rushing face him, right? Okay.
Can you imagine your Dalton Rushing or Kim? It's like, okay, let's see how this looks.
Go out against him.
Give me a break.
I want to do that. Let me see what it looks like from, I guess, the mountaintop.
Sure.
But you've had some at-bats against some great guys, but not like that.
Not like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen other great guys, but that's
Speaking of that,
a little different.
we're going to bring in somebody, one of our new intern class, a surprise for Travis.
Excellent.
Really?
Later
I
today.
can't wait for this.
Yeah,
Who
it's
is
going to be good. I can't tell you.
Oh.
What time
That's why
should they
it's-
tune in for this surprise?
This could be in the 11 o'clock hour, I think.
Okay. Did you see all the Guardian? I still want to call him their old name. All the Guardian players lined up watching Shohei take BP yesterday.
He's a unicorn. Of course you'd want to see it.
When was the last time you heard an opposing manager or opposing players? Yesterday's starting pitcher for the Guardians was watching Otani take BP.
Insane.
When's the last time you guys remember talking about BP in any context?
I don't remember any.
Okay.
Guys watching Bonds.
Really
Yeah,
close.
that's what I would say.
Yeah.
McGuire.
Yeah, I would say McGuire.
When McGuire was hitting all those home runs, people were like, hey, you get to the ballpark 2 hours early, you
Right.
can see him. And you would watch the Dodgers or the Cubs or the Giants or the Phillies. They'd be sitting on the dugout railing watching Mac take BP, launch balls into
And
outer
everyone was
space.
like, it's completely normal and it's
Yeah.
completely healthy.
But
There's nothing weird going on.
Honestly,
The
it's
guy with the Popeye forearms is natural,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, right.
It's the last time I remember anybody like, I'm going to go watch that guy get ready to play. Not
Yeah.
even play, but get ready to play. The
Unreal.
opposing pitcher?
Unreal. The other thing I thought was when he starts to pitch, and there's a part of me that still thinks this is kind of a novelty to be that good at the plate and to be able to pitch like a pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
I have to see it to believe it in a Dodger uniform. If he starts pitching and starts to pitch well, everything that we've talked about through May ain't going to matter. If you start
Which part of, what do you mean?
worrying about starting pitching.
Oh, yeah.
everything that we've been wringing our hands over about not having starting pitching, everybody's hurt. All of a sudden, if he's back and you start getting guys back and Yamamoto's still Yamamoto, everything that we've said from the month of May won't matter at all.
If the best version of Otani on the mound is the guy that started the All-Star game a few years ago, right? If that's like the peak Otani, if you get 85% of that guy, same thing.
Yeah, right.
That he's just so much different than everything else we've ever seen. Did you guys see when he scored the run yesterday, a 5th, 6th, 7th inning, something like that? It was game really wasn't close, but ball hit the right field. He's scoring from second base, and it didn't look like he was running super hard. He was clearly going to make it easily, but it was a little bit closer than it typically might have been.
Yeah.
Did you see that play?
Yes.
Is there, and I'm totally guessing, totally speculating. Is this one of those, I'm just going to put on a little bit of show, see if someone get excited about this, because there was never a chance they were going to throw him out.
Yeah.
But I know what that guy in 5th gear looks like, and that wasn't it.
A little bit of drama there.
Yeah.
Why not?
Just
Let's make it fun.
I'm going to let him think he has a chance. And like kind of comes around like, yeah, you see,
you got a ticket to be entertained. Wasn't that entertaining? Yeah, he can run it out.
To really get that part of it.
Dude, you know what else caught my eye? The Mets. Who's the Mets manager?
Carlos Mendoza.
Mendoza.
Yeah.
Defending Soto, saying the guy actually does play hard. Like he's on a pace to break his stolen base record this year. He goes from first to third a lot.
Here's the problem with that. We can all have eyeballs.
Right.
So, like, you can tell me, no, he's trying hard. I'm like, he's not. I'm looking at him, and I'm telling you, he's not.
And he's going to be an all-star.
Of course, that's
Juan Soto.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. It's still Juan Soto.
I have zero criticism of Juan Soto.
Yeah.
You bought Juan Soto. He doesn't hustle. You can't get mad at him when he doesn't hustle. This is like Machado. When he shows up and says, I'm not Johnny Hustle, it's like, well, why aren't you Johnny Hustle? I'm telling you, I'm
not that guy.
I don't do that. Yeah, but you should. I don't.
Yes.
Do you want it or not? Yes, here's $300 million. Of course he's not going to hustle. He never hustles.
Career high for stolen bases is 12.
I don't care if it was 38. He
12?
He hustles. No, he doesn't.
He pointed it out. He made it a point to say it in the press conference. He actually he plays hard.
Before we move on from this weekend's baseball, I thought it was interesting that I just didn't even realize this is how big Otani is, that Otani's last season when he went 50-50, that Jose Ramirez was nearly 40-40, and it would have been the first 40-40 in the Guardians' history, and they ended up getting rained out in the last day. But he was that close to 40-40, and who cares?
Right.
That's so crazy.
Remember when 30-30 was a thing?
Yeah.
Canseco did in 88.
Yeah.
Back to 88.
I think he was 40-40.
40-40.
Was he 40-40? I thought he was 30-30.
I thought he was the first 40-40 man.
He was.
He was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, there
he
you
was.
go.
Frosted Flakes
Damn it.
commercial.
Well, I was only 5, so what can you do?
You were 5 in 1988?
Yeah. I was born in 83.
And he almost died.
10-31.
You've actually, but your count is low today.
Yeah, guys.
Which count?
Yeah.
I can ramp it up if you want.
No, I'm just. It was more of a statement.
Do you want to do more
It
about
wasn't-
talking about your neighbor's deck?
It wasn't a challenge.
DECK with an E.
Factor Cap is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. We know that you've got a lot of choices when it comes to your legal team, but here's what you need if you're involved in an accident, right? You need a family and a winning team on your side, and that's what you get at the law office of Joseph S. Normand. So if you've been hurt in an accident or injured, you know that a lot of thoughts are going through. It's stressful. It's confusing. It's quite frankly, it's overwhelming at times. So that's why you need Joe. He's going to make sure that everything gets done the way it needs to get done. Maximum compensation. They're going to work tirelessly to get you the compensation, not that they're willing to give you from the insurance company, but what you actually deserve. So if you're hurt in an accident, call Joe, 213-747-2000. Of course, you can visit normandlegal.com. Slip and fall, second opinion on a case you already have, all the things that you can imagine. Give Joe a call and let him give you the best advice possible. Be prepared. Have Joe's number ready. Put it in your phone right now, 213-747-2000. 213-747-2000, and make sure he knows that Travis sent you in.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
Have you ever seen anybody on an airplane vaping?
No, I don't think
I have.
I have
actually. I have, yeah.
In the
So, like,
bathroom.
yeah. Oh, okay, in the bathroom? Because I was on a plane, and, you know, they obviously tell you can't smoke, you can't vape, blah, blah, blah. So there was this girl.
I love how dismissive you are.
Yeah. So there was this girl sitting in the next row from me, and I could see her taking a vape pen and, like, putting it in her shirt.
Yeah.
And then hitting it and then blowing the smoke down her sweatshirt. But you could see some of the vape
coming out of her shirt.
Right?
Yeah.
And I wasn't like going to turn her into the flight attendants because all I was thinking was like, how come she's doing that and I can't do it? Right? Can I get? Excuse me. Can I get a hit of that, please?
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, guys, have you checked out?
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at espnla.com.
Waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now. Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, guys.
Aloha. Hi, Em.
Hi.
Howdy.
So Brazilian nun is going viral for her abilities. I'm just going to play it for you. So this is sound that's coming completely from these two nuns. There's no instrumental track here. So this is the two Brazilian nuns. Well, this is a guitar. This is a nun who is beatboxing.
That's a good nun.
All right, so that is the beatboxing nun from Brazil, who she's going quite viral for her performances. So it gets me thinking. You know, we have the that nun who threw out the first pitch, who bounced it off of her elbow. You've all seen this video.
Yeah.
You see nuns going out there and doing just kind of fun and crazy, like going on jogs and like, oh, go ahead, sister.
These crazy nuns.
It's always
Nuns
weird
gone
to
wild.
see nuns and clergymen outside of the church. Travis Factor Cap.
Fact. Weird, I would stop short of, but it's always something you clock. Like if you go into McDonald's and there's a priest there and he's got the collar on. You're
Hello,
like,
Father.
Oh yeah, like it just feels like they exist exclusively inside the confines of the sanctuary. And when you see them outside of the sanctuary, it's always striking.
Chris?
When I was a boy, our priest got drunk at my house a lot when I was growing up. Yeah.
Like Father Antintola or whatever from Sopranos?
Very similar. Like, he didn't have that weird of a relationship with my mother.
Yeah.
He was never home alone with my mother, but he would Father O'Dwyer.
I mean, as far as you know.
He would come over a lot.
They'll like to have a glass of wine.
Oh, no, he would get into the hard stuff.
Yeah,
my priest would do magic tricks for us in our own home because we would have the priest over occasionally, and he would do magic tricks.
Can I ask a question? As someone, you
Go
guys
ahead.
are the Catholics in the group.
Yes.
Why is the priest at your house?
It's like having the rabbi over. It's like it's an important thing.
My mother was very involved in CCD, so
Okay. Did you see The Exorcist?
a lot of people would come to our house. Like, all the CCD teachers would come over for parties.
Okay.
And of course, they invited the priest, I guess.
Okay.
And he would get hammered.
I would assume it's similar to having the rabbi over. It's like an important thing to be like a member of the church.
Yeah.
It's a great honor to have the priest or the rabbi or whoever is the leader of your spiritual home.
Our pastor would come over a lot.
Yeah.
To
A
eat,
lot?
A lot. To eat, talk, everything.
Like my first confession.
They're lonely.
My first reconciliation, I got in trouble because Father O'Dwyer did it. You know, you go in the room and he goes, Christopher, blah, 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 say,
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Right. And I said, how about you first? And I got in a lot of trouble.
How old were you? God.
I don't know.
I think
9?
I did it at 9 or 10.
And I had to do like 27 Hail Marys.
It's pre-Holy Communion.
You were disrespectful to the Father.
He got drunk in my house all the time.
Well, I mean, that's not what you're there to. You're not there to judge him. He's there to judge you.
Mine's just like I hit my sister and I might have lied to my mom. It's like that's what I would confess. DeMarco.
Oh, definite fact. Every now and then you'll catch a priest playing basketball.
Really?
And he's really good. And he'll cross you up. And it's like, whoa, I never saw that coming. And I saw a couple of nuns playing or bowling.
Oh, yeah.
In the Habits?
In the Habits. And they were dynamite bowlers. And it just catches you off guard because you're not expecting it. And they were fist pumping. It was awesome. Yeah. So, yeah, it does catch you off guard.
A nun is just a girl. Jorge.
Yeah, I used to work at a Catholic station. These guys would bike ride in the beach and no shirt, just a collar. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Next question.
I thought that was good.
I like it when they're on my airplane.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
do like that.
Why?
Because
or maybe God is going to smite them.
I just feel like like if there's anything to just being on the right side of things for a few hours, I'm on the right side of things for there.
You got one of the boys with
Yeah.
you. I didn't know you can take confession anywhere.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But people tend to like to do confession in the confessional, so you don't have to make eye contact with the priest if you don't want to, when you're extolling your sins.
I took communion in the hospital a lot because it was St.
Did you?
Joseph's. Yeah.
Okay.
10:40. So
I didn't say I almost died. I just said I was in the hospital.
Speaking of
Why were you in the hospital?
Because I almost died.
That's right.
Speaking of planes, do you guys know who Nathan Fielder is?
Yes.
Okay, so Nathan Fielder is a comedian, but he also does this kind of kooky forms of comedy. He does these kind of documentary style shows where it's kind of a heightened scripted reality. So this season is called, of the show he has ended on Sunday, is called The Rehearsal. It is the most insane season of television I think I've ever seen in my life. The finale. Sorry, spoiler, but he surprises everybody that he has been spending 2 years getting his commercial pilot's license so that he does the most perfect rehearsal of flying a 737 full of actors as his passengers to prove a point. To basically he committed to the bit so hard. He learned to become a commercial airline pilot and flew 120 souls in a 737 from
good.
San Bernardino back to San Bernardino. If you have any interest in the show, I highly recommend it. And even though I just told you how it ends, you don't know how you get there. It's absolutely insane. But in it, he gets every passenger as an actor. And he had to ask the actors, are you comfortable flying in this plane with me? Obviously, you're going to get paid. You're going to be a paid actor. You're going to be on HBO Sunday night. And one of the actors in the course of the interview says, how many people have said no? He said, nobody. And the guy goes, actors. Anyway, you would sign up to have Nathan Fielder be your pilot. You would say, yes, I am okay with Nathan Fielder being my pilot. Chris Morales?
Absolutely not. When I used to live on airplanes, my one thing was I never wanted to see the pilot. And I did when I went to Houston, I was Southwest A because I flew so much. And oftentimes in delays, the pilot will come out and talk to you when you're in line, right? And I'd be like, no. And one time this pilot goes, we got a new plane today. I don't know if we know how to break it. Like break.
Wow.
And I was like, don't look at me. Why are you even talking to me?
It's not funny.
And you know what? When we got into Hobby Airport in Houston, I think he was telling the truth because we came in hard and fast. and you felt it was different than ever before, and I think he was right.
Nope.
I never want to know them. I just want to think about them in that locked, sealed safe. I don't want to see them. I don't want to know who they are.
With your anxiety levels, I don't think you'd like the rehearsal, but most people, I think, would like the rehearsal. DeMarco, you would sign up to have Nathan Fielder be your pilot.
I guess, fact. I'm with him. I don't want to see the pilot. I don't want to know. I'd be anonymous.
But you would sign up for it?
Probably. I assume he got trained, right?
Yes, he went through 2 years of training and he is certified, but he had the least amount of hours of anyone flying a commercial airline.
I've flown, I don't know, 1,000,000 times. I've never checked references before, so what does it matter now?
Okay.
Yeah.
Travis?
I'm Cap. I would be out 1,000%, and I understand your point. And it's a good one, but here's I'm sure at some point we've all been in an airplane where the guy that was flying the airplane was relatively inexperienced.
But I don't.
They go right from simulators to flying 737.
I thought they have another pilot in there that's with them.
There's that, but most of these guys have come through the Air Force or the Navy or the Army, and they've been in the cockpit of a flying craft from the time they were teenagers. And by the time I see them when they're 55 years old and have gray hair, whatever can happen, they've seen.
I mean, Nathan has gray hair.
Yeah. I do not want some guy that's doing it as a gag. I don't care if he's trained or not. It's a gag. The whole point of it is let's do a gag where I fly the plane 100% out. 100%.
Chris, I do think that you wouldn't like this show, but I do think that you would admire his commitment to the bit.
I do admire
very
that.
Good at that. I have one more for you guys. Do you guys know who Patti LuPone is?
Yes.
So for those who don't know who Patti LuPone is, she is a Broadway actress. Right, yeah. She's been in several different TV shows and movies, but she's most known for Broadway. She originated the role of Vita on Broadway. She's very opinionated, and she likes to share what she thinks. And so there was a long New Yorker article from Michael Schulman about her yesterday, and in it she sure did share what she thought. She shared her thoughts all over it. So if you have any interest, whether you like her or not, she speaks her mind.
Thoughts on? Can you say?
Politics?
Politics?
No.
Oh, okay.
no. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's all politics. She is quite.
She will not hold her tongue.
Look up Patti LuPone at the Tony Awards. Asked about Trump. She'll tell you everything. But anyway, there are some people, no matter what they say, you're never surprised. So in this article, she talks a lot about everything, and I was not surprised by a single thing because I know who she is. There are people, no matter what they say, you're not surprised. DeMarco, fact or cap?
Oh, fact. Exhibit A.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
I scheduled this for a
Words
lit.
right out of my
Why is
mouth.
it going to come at me?
I'm not. I'm answering the question. Exhibit A. I am not surprised. Not shocked. At all.
It's an
fact.
outrage.
Travis?
I have nothing to add to that.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
All right. Christopher, do you have anything else you want to add to this?
I feel like you backdoored me on that one, Em.
I didn't start with DeMarco on purpose.
I'm one of the biggest M supporters, and I got backdoored.
I'm not comparing you to anything.
I got
I'm
knife
not
right.
surprised.
It's like in the Dark Knight when he gets the knife under the ribs.
Yeah. That's Factor Cap, guys.
Factor Cap is brought to you by the Law Office of Joseph S. Normand. You got many choices in your legal team, but family always comes first. Call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. Of course, you can visit normandlegal.com. It's an anniversary for me.
A big old anniversary for Travis.
Really?
Something that you really care about deeply and you like to bring up all the time.
Oh, I can't wait. That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it.
Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes.
LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Unless he wins. Nothing out of pocket. Free. Gratis. So if you're injured in an accident, the first name, the first thought, the first call should be Jacob. Jacob. The consultation is free. That's right. Free. I told you. Gratis. Don't wait. Call Jacob 24 hours a day at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Call him 844-24-JACOB or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
This just in. The NFL schedule has dropped, and you know what that means. It's go time. Adam Schefter here with the Insider Tip. If you're trying to catch your team live this season, Vivid Seats is the move. For the best selection of games and seats, it's time to snap your tickets up now. Vivid Seats has great deals on great seats and the only rewards program in the game. It's no wonder they're the official ticketing partner of ESPN. So don't wait. Head to vividseats.com or download the app and lock in those game days.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
10:49 on a live Imaging Tuesday. You know it feels good when Kenny Loggins is doing a movie theme in the early 80s. But this is an anniversary of the remake of Top Gun.
The sequel.
The sequel, Jack.
Great movie.
Which Tom Cruise also was in.
Yeah,
and it made a gajillion dollars.
He's great in it. Lieutenant Pete Mitchell is a great movie character.
Maverick, yes, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, at the brakes, he's going to go right by.
That's not why Travis is watching this movie.
I mean, I like that part too, but I prefer
Jennifer Connelly.
Well, yeah, it's Penny Benjamin. And Penny has a bar, and she drives a Porsche and has a sailboat.
Yes, she's awesome.
And lets people sneak in and out of her window in her 50s.
Listen, things happen, you know what I mean?
It's pretty great.
She's got a young daughter, and you know she can get out there and have a good time.
I'm not judging her. I'm just saying that the choice of the window was a bit much. But yeah,
that's Tom Cruise for you. He's got to jump from a high.
Well, he's a little
height.
guy.
He wants to feel tall.
Are they going to make another one? They should.
They
Why
actually,
not?
news happened over the weekend that the writer, I believe, said that they locked it and they nailed the script. So the script is done, apparently, or in the process of being finished.
Do they bring back like Glenn Powell and those guys?
Which one's the guy from Twister? Is that him?
That's
yes,
Glenn Powell.
that's Glenn Powell.
Of course, he's coming back.
Who's
and
the
Rooster?
Drummer guy? Who's the Rooster?
Is that the guy, Miles Teller?
Miles Teller. Of course, he's coming back.
And then also Bill Pullman's son, Lewis Pullman's in it.
I don't know. Was he Bob?
Yeah, he's Bob. And he's also Bob in Thunderbolts. DeMarco?
Tom Cruise makes his 430th movie.
He's
Bob in Thunderbolts?
Yes, he's in Top Gun Maverick, but he has a different haircut.
That's Bill Pullman's kid?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Can't you
my
tell in the
God.
face?
No wonder.
Look up Lewis Pullman, and he is exactly
Dude,
like Bill
I'm
Pullman.
looking at this dude. I'm like, I know this guy.
Yeah.
Now they need to do an Independence Day reboot with him as the president.
That makes sense. Yes,
He
I'm
does
like,
look a lot like him,
he
yeah.
looks just like him. No wonder. Thank you for that. Okay.
Yeah, but it's the anniversary of Top Gun
I'm gonna
Maverick.
have to watch it tonight, just as as an homage for the
With some
3-year
oysters?
anniversary. Well, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Why not? We'll see what happens.
Susan!
I don't know how to shuck an oyster. Do you?
No. Please shuck my oyster.
Yeah, I don't know how to do
Keyshawn
it.
used to shuck them all the time. Remember in front of us?
Remember that shrimp?
Oh, that one shrimp he bit the head off? I was scared.
We got to suck the juices on the
Oh, he sucked it right out.
Yeah.
That sucks.
No, shucking an oyster looks hard. You got to get that.
You got to get the knife in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not doing
And also, it could be painful because you could hurt yourself as
it.
well.
Yeah, but it's kind of blunt, right?
Yeah, I guess.
But you could still.
Sedano knows how to shuck.
Does he?
He shucks them all the time.
Shucks oysters?
We
Oh,
just were at a
shucks.
dinner with him where he shucked.
Yeah.
The kid loves oysters.
Why does he have to shuck his own
I don't know if
oysters
it
at a
reminds him
dinner?
when he washed up on the shores of
Part of
Cuba
the
or
thing,
what.
I
but
guess. I don't know.
But that's hard work. You got to wear that glove.
Yeah.
he didn't wear any gloves. He went in.
Are you sure we're talking about the same thing?
Probably not, but it doesn't matter.
He raw dog shucking.
That just sounds gross.
Yeah,
This is almost as good as when Emily talks about her father and I being stroke boys.
He also has a pacemaker too. Shout out to my
I don't
dad,
have a pacemaker yet, but
Okay, we were talking about planes too with Top Gun Maverick. Did you guys see the story about how the Dodgers now are doing 2 planes
I did see that.
to travel everywhere? Do you guys
I
all
did
see
see
this?
that.
like Air Force One and Air Force Two.
Kinda. So they instead of having one big plane where they take everybody, they take 2 planes where the players have theirs and like the support staff and all the
They
other
carry
ones
that
are-
many people on the road?
No, they're giving that people that much room. They're trying to make
They have that much money.
Out.
They have that much money.
They're willing to spare no expense to go and take 2
Well,
players.
they deferred it with
The
the
Rockies will never win again.
Does Dave Roberts get a special jacket like the president does on Air Force One?
Yes.
Like the bomber jacket?
Yeah, that has his name
He
in
should.
cursive.
He should say Doc on the back, right?
But like, I think they're justifying it by saying, hey, it's an option if we have mechanical issues. One plane probably doesn't, so the players don't have to wait overnight. They can have the team bonding on the plane, so you don't have the boss in the room making sure that they do what they're supposed to on the plane or sleep or whatever. They can have fun and enjoy themselves. And they started it in October last year, so maybe it's a superstition.
Can they also be refueled by an F-15 that flies over?
Maybe.
They have 2
Maybe.
Falcon escorts
Maybe, yeah.
everywhere they go.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Also, in the Nathan Fielder show, they had another plane like videoing the whole time, and it was actually insane.
No, I'm not doing that.
Is one plane full of players?
Yes.
Or is it a split squad?
It's
all
my
players,
understanding is it's
staff.
players and anything that the players might need, like training staff and
What's
things
wrong?
like that.
He just explained that.
No, I thought it meant you had players on both planes.
I don't think so.
Why do you care?
Maybe
I'm
if
asking
you
him a
paid
question.
attention.
I heard him. I'm just asking him a question. Gutless wonder. Stop. Anyway.
You're no Keyshawn, I'll tell you that.
Oh, will you stop?
It's one of those
You're
things
no nothing.
That's
Anyway.
just one of those next level that we'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah, smart.
We will do.
You're no
That's
Kurt
flaunting your
Morrison.
wealth.
You're no Kurt Morrison.
That's flaunting your wealth. That's
It is.
That is flaunting your wealth.
It is because I don't care how superstitious a team is.
Yeah.
That is an expense that even by Major League Baseball standards is an enormous expense to absorb.
You're better than Maurice Jones-Drew, though. I'll give you
Bezos
that.
with 2 yachts.
Yeah.
He's got the yacht and a yacht that travels behind him
Just
for all
in
his
case
stuff.
you need a little overflow.
But
That's
isn't
where the
it
closet
like
is.
one like sponsorship from Japan probably pays for
Maybe,
the
but,
Otani
but
paid for
that's
this.
the sponsorship they could stick in their pocket if they wanted to. They could distribute it to their shareholders. That doesn't have to be reinvested back into the team, and that they do is remarkable.
Is it one of those things too where
That's
like
a big flex.
you work at a company and they have like nice free snacks in the kitchen? Is it kind of like that where like it's a nice little perk?
Well, our snacks are free to Jorge.
How do you know? Cupcakes are good.
I've never seen you scan that credit card once, Jack.
Oh my
Only see you
god!
once a week.
Oh my god! Once a week. Give him one.
Do either of you know the schedule of when the guy puts the sandwiches in there?
I think he comes every day.
But no, because
No?
there are very rarely sandwiches in there. When they're in there, they go fast.
Have you eaten the
I didn't
sandwich?
even know there were sandwiches in there.
I ate one like
Not
2 years
very
ago.
often.
I
Like
think.
once in.
It's because they go very quickly.
They go. They're a day tops, and then they're all
What's
gone.
in there? What's in there?
There's turkey. There's ham. There's
Tuna.
Got some tuna in there?
Yeah.
Okay. All
Egg salad.
There we go.
Egg salad.
Well, you can't eat tuna.
I can't eat tuna.
Oh,
I
you can't? That's
I can't
the
eat
exception?
fish. I can eat fish.
You've got a tuna vegetarian exception?
No, I'm not vegetarian. I can eat fish. though.
Pescatarian.
Pescatarian is more like it.
You're a gutless bum. Is
I
what you
do
are.
miss egg salad though.
It's delicious.
I miss egg
You
salad.
can't have egg
Really-
salad?
I cannot.
So you can
I
have
won't eat
tuna
it.
but not egg.
I won't eat egg salad. Not
because
yet.
of eggs aren't meat. Or
Yeah,
are
but
you-
it's a skibadich.
What?
You know what I
Was
mean.
that what he said with the machine gun?
I-
The skibbity-
A skibbity toilet.
is it a GI gas egg salad
Whoa,
choice?
whoa,
It's more
whoa,
fear.
whoa.
It's more fear right
Easy
now.
with the
Okay.
GI
Yeah.
stuff.
I have
That's
to
medical
really reintroduce
terminology.
stuff.
Oh, I thought you were
You
doing
should
something
know.
else.
You spent some time in the hospital.
10:56, I almost died.
You should know these things.
By the way, speaking of dying, well, not really. This isn't a good segue. But do you want to play blackjack against Cappy on Friday, June 6th? Go to ESPNLA.com right now and sign up, RSVP, so you can join Cappy, myself, producer Lindsay Baseball, the Homish Booker. We're going to be playing blackjack, the $10,000 blackjack tournament with Cappy at Park West Bicycle Casino, in the city of Bell Gardens. Go to ESPNLA.com, RSVP right now. So we'll press the flesh with you on Friday, June 6th.
If you don't go, you're gutless, right?
You're a gutless, stinking bum like Dave Roberts.
You haven't gone with gutless.
That's
as
why
much as
but
you
I'm
used
wearing
to.
the hat.
No, I know.
The
You're
John
bringing it-
Ireland
you're-
hat.
You're bringing it back.
I'm bringing gutless back.
You're bringing gutless back.
Just like JT brought sexy back.
The Angels brought Chris Taylor back.
Oh man.
That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's D-Far here. You can play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. Love it. Can't wait to go. Next one's coming up fairly quickly, I think. Why get yourself stuck in traffic when you don't have to? You can be at the best casino resort in Southern California in less than 1 hour. Pechanga gives all guests the amenities they expect of a world-class resort. Exceptional entertainment. I think Diamond David Lee Roth is coming soon. Can't wait for that. Dining, golf. I love the spa in there. It's good. Let's not forget round-the-clock gaming excitement. Of course, the casino floor is huge, and there's 1,100 hotel rooms and suites there, so they got you covered for bachelor parties, weddings, the whole nine. The spa, the golf course, 20 bars and restaurants in there, and so much more make Pechanga Resort Casino one of the largest resort casinos in the country, in the entire U.S. of A. So come see why readers of Newsweek and USA Today have voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Vegas. So whether your idea of kicking it or having a good time is lounging poolside like me or putting a great bet on blackjack, we just talked about that again, Pechanga Resort Casino is waiting for you right now. Visit Pechanga.com or call this number, 888-PECHANGA. That's 888-PECHANGA to book a reservation or for more info. Also, follow them on IG at Pechanga Casino for up-to-the-minute news and information. See you there.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Ready for a delicious escape? The New Islands Restaurant's $10 protein bowls are your ticket. Packed with over 40 grams of protein and stacked with fresh ingredients. They're only here for a limited time, so enjoy one today. Visit islandsrestaurants.com.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for only $259 a month, or get 3.99% APR for 72 months. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end June 2nd. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
USC football is more than a game.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
$11 on a live imaging Tuesday on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Playing the homie oldies. That's what producer Jorge does on a Tuesday. Is this like when we get locked in the Old Navy together? We all put this on? You say, baby, just put on that performance fleece, would you?
I got a fleece.
And that's encroachment.
It's not encroachment if she says bring on the performance fleece.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Funny.
Listen for your cue to call and win a ticket. Win a ticket to join us at Legends Addict on Friday, May 30th for their anniversary event. Caller number 7 can claim an autograph from Joe Davis. Man. Travis and DeMarco will be broadcasting live from Legends Addict this Friday in the city of Claremont, where you can redeem your prize. Listen for the cue to call. Could happen any moment, DeMarco. Don't watch the TV when I'm speaking.
I'm just watching Shea fall all over the place again.
Travis and DeMarco today, right here, and all week long on 710 ESPN. And, of course, streaming anytime on the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, I mentioned earlier, Trav, we got a little surprise for you. You got surprise music for me, Jorge? You got something? I didn't tell you about this. I'm sorry. We've only been working together for 15 years.
Well, that's game show music.
Okay.
That's game show music.
We got a surprise. We got a new intern class. Our summer interns are starting here.
Shout out.
Okay,
There you go.
Right. I said hello. Nice to meet you. I'm Travis.
Did you? And what'd they say?
Nice to meet you.
Did they compliment your shirt?
No.
Okay. Well, we're going to meet them all day long here at 710, and we definitely need them for Mason Iron. We got to fill content. But right now, we want to bring in.
Come on, drummer's getting tired.
The daughter of an old friend of yours.
Uh-oh.
Her name is Sienna.
Oh, I met Sienna.
But her last name is Katse.
Not
as in.
Come on in, Sienna.
Golden Spikes winner, Mark Katse.
Sit right down here.
No.
Put on those headphones.
Is he your dad?
That is my dad.
Oh, are you
That
kidding
is
me?
my dad.
Put on the headphones.
No,
Sienna.
Okay.
By the way, Sienna just did compliment my shirt, so thank
I
you.
did.
For
Yeah.
that.
Oh, Sienna did compliment
She just
the
did
shirt.
right
like
now.
the shirt?
It looks nice.
Were you being nice?
It's a good color.
Thank you.
He looks like a vice principal, doesn't he?
A little, but it's cool.
See, we're off to such a good start, and then you go and do that.
Sorry.
I
What
already
about a
have
cop?
a little hard feelings because your dad. And look, it's not a short list, but I am one of the many victims of your father from his college days when he was at Fullerton. I pitched
sorry.
at UC Santa Barbara when he was at Cal State Fullerton.
Yes.
And as you know this, he won the Golden Spikes Award, which is the college baseball equivalent win the Heisman Trophy. It's the biggest thing you can win.
Okay.
And he won it. And part of the reason he won is because I gave up home runs to him.
That's
And
okay.
You weren't as.
That's part. Yeah.
How about this? I know you were a good pitcher. You weren't a catcher. You were a pitcher. That's a different joke. But here's the thing: you weren't as good at pitching as Mark Kotze was at hitting.
Well, he was
Obviously
like
not.
Shohei Otani before Shohei Otani. He pitched and
That's
played the
nice.
outfield.
Oh.
He was both.
Yeah.
He was a two-way player. Like he would hit home runs.
Your dad
and he'd
was
come
two-way
in,
player? I
and
didn't
he
know
would,
that.
He would pitch and
Did you
just
know that?
light guys up.
Yeah, here and there.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Does that make you feel bad
Sometimes.
that your dad like roped him?
A little, but
mean-
it it was great for him.
I'm sure, look, it's worked out
Built
for him.
his-
He's
built
the
our
manager
house.
of the A's. He's had a nice long career in the major leagues.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I've not seen your dad since he was probably stepping on home plate.
Oh.
And after the
Now,
home
here's what
run.
I'm going to ask you. Now, I
Yeah.
know your father is a professional manager,
Yes.
but the A's are kind of in a weird flex right now.
Easy.
Do you think at any point, it doesn't have to be All-Star Friday night because they're in the middle of the season, but maybe after the season, that your dad will hit a home run off of Travis just to bring back the memories?
Wow.
We'll set it up.
I think we set it up, and yes, because he takes BP off of Mason Miller, and
Oh, does he really?
oh yes,
That means he
but
could still take you
He
long.
tries
Don't
to
do it,
take
Travis.
BP off of Mason Miller.
Travis.
I mean, he doesn't hit
I'm
home
not trying to
runs.
put either
Don't
one of
do
you
it.
guys on the spot. Do you know who Mason Miller
Yes,
is?
yeah.
He throws 105 miles an hour.
Don't
It's
do
true.
it. Yes.
But he does. I'm not saying he hits home
Is
runs.
your dad probably like 52 or 3?
He's 49.
49?
Okay.
Wait, yeah, 49.
yeah.
Okay.
For his 50th birthday.
So let's set it up.
No.
You throw 41 miles an hour and he hits a home run off you.
No.
I don't think I could throw 41
Oh,
miles
You don't
an
think
hour.
so?
God.
Maybe.
How great would it be if you
Come on,
throw,
strike him out.
You throw 41, your arm gives out, and as you're in pain, he hits a home run.
It could happen. It's happened already. It happened in real time when I was trying to get him out, and I can't do it. And now that I'm just throwing a BP, it would be a mismatch.
We don't need Tommy John for Travis right now.
That's true, but we could try.
We could try.
Now,
This
Sienna
is exciting.
part of our new intern class here for the summer, and she's also a Trojan.
I am.
Oh.
So she's
That's
decided,
okay.
Dad, you went to Cal State Fullerton, but guess what? I'm going to go to USC.
You upgraded.
Yeah. So fight on, Sienna.
Fight
on. Exactly right. Well, thank you, Sienna. I'm
Thanks,
glad
guys.
we're going to continue.
Did you play growing up? Softball or anything?
I played softball very young, but I played volleyball and rowing. So
Oh,
no,
rowing, okay.
my younger brother plays baseball.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Where does he play?
He is in high school, but he's going to Princeton.
Oh,
no way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ivy Leaguer.
Yes, he
Wow.
is. So
What's his name?
Trey.
Check out the big brain on Trey.
And
Yeah.
if you're watching on YouTube, she is very tall, but she's not just tall because she's tall, but that chair is much
Yeah.
taller. So
Yes,
if you look at the angle right now, she's so much taller than everybody else.
Well, ask your dad if he remembers hitting home runs at UC Santa Barbara.
A
The
lot of
answer
home
will
runs.
be
A
yes.
lot of home runs.
The answer will be yes, and at least one of those was mine.
I'll make sure to add a lot.
Even
of
if he
it.
doesn't,
Yeah.
just say that he remembers
Okay, got it.
Travis.
Perfect.
There you go.
All right, thank you,
Awesome.
Sienna.
Thanks,
Nice
guys.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you. All right.
I don't like the new interns are the age of people that I competed against. They're
You're old.
children.
What'd you
I
throw
guess
him?
so.
What'd you throw, Kotze? You
I was a curveball guy, so
Oh.
I would imagine I tried
didn't curve enough.
curveballs or
Did
at
you
all.
Did you tip your pitch?
No,
Go
I
up
was
too
pretty
low?
good at
Yeah.
concealing my pitches.
Oh.
I just didn't have. Look, Mark Kotze played in the major leagues for, I don't know, 10 or 12 years.
He's
a
different.
long time.
Yeah.
He won the Golden Spikes. Okay?
Yeah.
Plus,
a
by the way,
big
he's like
deal.
the pride of Whittier, Santa Fe Springs, Norwalk,
Yes.
that whole area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody takes him. It counts him.
I
Okay,
was a
you
guy.
don't feel so bad. Yeah.
I was on the team. That's my claim to fame was I was on the team and I played.
If you struck him out, you would definitely tell that at parties.
I struck out enough guys.
No, him. If you struck him out.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
He got me. Jason Giambi got me. Jeremy Giambi got me.
Giambi got you, both brothers?
Jim Edmonds got me. There's a bunch of guys. Yeah.
Ring him up, home runs?
Oh yeah.
Okay. all right.
Look. I
Did you
challenge
see Jim
people.
Edmonds play?
I did see Jim Edmonds.
Jim
wonder
Edmonds
what-
hit like 450
That's
home
right.
runs
Yeah,
in the
right.
major leagues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't miss a lot of bats in college.
Understandable. Yes.
Edmonds got me in high school.
While we're on baseball, I have a question for you. So one, it's do you have an admission to make that you finally did something?
Me?
Yeah. You finally got Apple TV Plus.
Oh yeah, I
Oh, nice.
And
Apple Plus TV?
Yes.
And additionally, so Parker just sent me a text that you sent him, and in the text you were complaining about having to watch a team that you didn't want to watch because you didn't have Apple TV.
Right.
And you said, I don't have Apple Plus TV. So you still added...
That's what it's called.
It's Apple TV Plus. Again, the plus is additive to Apple TV, not Apple.
Not in my house. I get Apple Plus TV.
So now you finally have Apple TV.
And you're paying for it.
Can I show you something?
No.
Is it a free trial?
Yeah.
Travis, there's so many shows you need to watch.
So, okay, here's the thing. The Angels,
Why did you get it? Yeah.
The Dodgers were playing the Mets on Apple TV on Friday night.
Right.
Like, Apple has a series of games on Friday nights. They own that particular game. And I'm like, I'm not going to buy it just to watch one game. And I was watching the Angels play their game, and I was getting frustrated with it. And that's when I texted Parker, like, how do you do this on a regular basis? Because it was...
Why did you text Parker?
Because Parker's an Angels fan.
Okay.
And we talk about the Angels. And so finally...
you laugh at the Angels.
I took the plunge and said, you know what? I'm going to sign up for Apple Plus TV because you get 3
Apple
months
TV
free when you
Plus?
get an upgraded phone. So as I did it, I put this in my phone. Look at the date.
Oh, my God. Really?
Is this
Wow.
when you're going to stop doing
Cancel?
Yes. Yeah, that's
Look
okay.
at you. Smart.
I do that for stuff too.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Cancel that. That's the day before it
Smart.
ends. And so I'll get my calendar reminder, and I will cancel Apple Plus TV the day before they start to charge me.
Oh
It's
my
free.
God.
Take
Between
three.
between now and then, I think you need to watch that Dodger doc. That would be
you
good.
know what? I'm going to try to watch
So
that
you need to
tonight.
watch that.
You should.
And then I also think that you should watch Your Friends and Neighbors, the John Hamm show.
Yes.
I haven't watched it, and I know Chris likes it.
Yeah.
It seems like a
Give
show
me
you'd
a
like.
brief synopsis of the plot.
He's really rich.
Okay.
He loses his job, which I find... I don't believe that he would do that.
Why
but-
did he lose his job? Does it matter?
Yeah, but...
Altruistic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not get into that because that opens me then to be talked about.
Okay.
Anyway, so...
I didn't know. I'm just asking.
But I'm not that person's boss either.
Okay.
Nowhere near.
But you like the show?
Yeah.
Is it funny or
So
is
no,
it
then
dramatic?
he robs his neighbors.
Oh.
To
He
survive.
robs his neighbors?
He's a rich guy trying to
rich.
maintain his lifestyle. Therefore, he's robbing other people.
Here's where I don't like it.
see that.
I'd
Yeah.
watch
I don't
that.
need to see Amanda Pete having this much sex.
Well, that's kind of a showstopper.
That was a pregnant pause right there.
Wow.
It's a lot more sex than I needed, frankly.
Okay.
Just a lot of Amanda Pete having sex.
Really trying to find the
Is she
off-ramp
married
that
to
one.
John Hamm in this movie?
She's
Or
divorced.
TV show?
They're divorced.
What's the name of the show?
Your Friends and Neighbors.
Your Friends and
Apparently,
Neighbors,
it's
okay.
kind of like a soapy-esque.
Yeah.
Like, not great, but not bad. It's kind of like, also you should watch Presumed Innocent.
I haven't
That's the
watched
one
that.
with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay.
Based off
let
of
me-
the movie
Let
and
me
the
throw this
book.
out here. I read the book and I saw the Harrison Ford movie a million years
It
ago. Do I
is-
need to see it again?
It is different. They do change things.
Olivia Munn has sex too in a lot of.
Well,
And
it's
your
part of
Friends
life,
and Neighbors,
Chris.
different than Presumed Innocent.
Okay.
After being
But
fired
it gets a
in
little
disgrace.
campy at the end. in
Presumed
my opinion.
Innocent?
No. Friends
Oh.
and Neighbors. The
Yeah.
studio is also amazing.
I don't think he'd like this. Oh, maybe he would.
Well, as a person with anxiety, and Stephanie feels the same way. Seth Rogen makes you so nervous the whole episode. It's like you just rode a roller coaster.
It's very cringe comedy. It's also it's filmed in the style of like Birdman. If you watched that movie a long time ago,
And
I never
Cranston's
saw that.
great in it. In the 3
I
episodes
like
he's
Seth
in.
Rogen.
okay,
Yeah, it's good.
He's funny.
Yeah.
watch the first episode. Martin Scorsese's in the first episode of the studio, and he's playing himself, and he's really good.
I heard a podcast with Seth Rogen was the guest. And
Yeah.
is that the episode where they make the Kool-Aid movie?
Well, they're making it
Kool-Aid
during the
movie?
show.
Kool-Aid
okay.
is a couple different episodes
Okay.
involve the Kool-Aid.
Because the way that he explained it, it sounded funny.
It's
So
funny.
okay, was it the one where they were trying to cast the Kool-Aid movie? Is the one you're talking about?
No, it was
Okay.
where he had a vision of it being an artistic thing, and the studio had it just being a commercial thing.
Okay, yeah. So those are the three movies the shows you should watch, and I know you'll watch one or none of them. And it'll on what service?
Apple Plus TV.
What's the date you have to cancel it? It was July something.
16.
Okay.
Do you think by then, how many losses will the Dodgers have? See how I did that? Brought it back to
They're,
sports. My friend.
they're kind of a 500 team since they got off to an 8-0 start.
Will they be 500 then?
No, they're going to be better than 500, but not by a million miles. At
Not
least
if they have to play the Mets every series.
they're 33
See
and
what I
21.
did there? I brought it back to sports again.
Who's after the Guardians?
They come back here. They play, I believe it's the Cardinals. And then they've got the
gonna be a tough
Mets
out.
and the Yankees, and then the Padres twice and the Giants. They play nothing but good teams until the middle of June. They play nothing but good teams in the middle of June. They're 10-10 in their last 20. They're 25-21 since they opened up 8-0. 25 and 21 is fine, but it's not good. It's okay.
It's all right. It's above 500.
Yeah, but just barely.
Yeah.
Not by a ton. And for a team that's got an $8 trillion payroll, it's not exactly what you thought it was going to look like. That they're knocking around 500 for a month and a half.
So the 33 and 21, what would you have expected?
I would have guessed closer to 37 or 8 wins, maybe 39.
I mean, we were saying they could go for the all-time record in wins.
And it's out the window. Like it's just gone because of the.
Did you really think that was possible?
No, I didn't.
Okay, yeah.
But I also didn't think that playing 500 baseball for a month and a half was possible for these guys.
Very true.
Okay, let me tell you guys what our predictions before the season started were for the amount of wins for the Dodgers. Okay, so Greg said 104.
Okay.
DeMarco said 112.
Nope. Not happening.
So you believed it to some point.
Yeah.
Travis said 101.
Yep.
Could happen.
Yeah.
Jorge said 108, and I said 105.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be high 90s or right at 100.
How again? What if they don't make 90?
It almost doesn't
Then
matter.
everything's It doesn't gone matter.
It
wrong.
almost
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It's if they win 95 games, let's say, and they go into the playoffs and lose in the first round, now it matters.
Oh, we're breaking bobbleheads.
Then it's a what the heck just happened to this thing? If that actually does unfold something similar, and I don't think it will. They just have too many good players. They're going to get a bunch of guys back, so everything's kind of sort of fine. But if they get to the playoffs and they're doing bullpen games and Ben Kasparius is making starts and all this crazy stuff that we've done before, then they're going to have to kind of reconfigure how they go about creating, managing, keeping pitchers healthy. Because if you've burned through 10 guys, which is basically what we'd be talking about if it gets to that point, it's unacceptable. You can't have 10 starting pitchers and get to the postseason and have 1 or 2 left. That's not something that you can just say, oh, it's one of those things and go run it back. You'd have to reevaluate how you're doing it.
I'm just crunching numbers and hitting, you're at the top of the league or near top of the league. Pitching, you're third right now.
In what?
I believe this is this ERA or no, this is hits.
They're not.
No. It's ERA.
I know the answer to this.
Go ahead.
Their pitching stats are almost all near the bottom of the league, both in the starting rotation.
Is that hits allowed?
Yes.
No, it wasn't that.
Please cut that up. Across the board.
I don't know what you're looking
Video,
at.
audio, everything.
Yeah.
Air check session. We're doing it all.
Yeah.
You done? Thank you. It's not that bad.
Their pitching?
It's not horrible.
It's pretty bad. They're starting pitching with the exception of Yamamoto.
Morse code, we're cutting it up for
Starting
everything.
pitching, yes.
Starting pitching, other than Yamamoto,
yes.
has been below average. Their bullpen has been asked to carry way too much water for way too long.
About?
Because it was amazing.
What was amazing?
Amazing happens when DeMarco Farr talks sports. It was good. It's a good promo.
My man. Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
One
I
more
have no
thing
idea where you are.
No.
One more thing before we're off baseball or not. But you mentioned Chris Taylor is on the Angels now.
I like
and
it.
It does look strange, just
It
like
does.
the eye test,
It
go
does.
from red to blue.
It does.
But you say it works for the Angels?
I like it. Look, the Angels are not going to go to the postseason. They're not going to be a 500 team. They've got 3 or 4 players on their team that are very, very good. Zach Neto is an all-star caliber player. Logan O'Hoppe is a borderline all-star caliber player. Nolan Shanuel might be a useful major league player. Taylor Ward is a good major league player. They need to be around a pro. They need to be around a guy that knows what it's like to win, that knows what it takes. He can whisper in Zach Neto's ear, hey, look, if you want to make it through 150 games a year doing this, here's how I do it. Here's how Mookie did it. Here's how this guy does it. He's been a pro for a very long time. They don't have a lot of those guys that have had a ton of success in other places. It is a good move for them. It costs them nothing to do. They're not taking at bats away from anybody else. Don't want to hear about Kyron
Clubhouse
Paris.
guys are important, man.
They're fine.
Yeah.
It's a good
Super
move
important.
for them.
No doubt. Super important guys that have been around the block. That's why losing Austin Barnes was really rough.
But the Dodgers don't need that because they have a bunch of them already.
But the Angels might.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was super valuable.
It
just depends
does
on what
look
team you
weird with him in a red uniform.
Okay, because you're used to seeing one
for
way.
10 years he's been a Dodger, and now it's like, oh, yeah, he's down there.
I haven't seen a guy go back and forth between loved and hated than Chris Taylor.
It was, you know what it was?
It was a love-hate?
It was love up until, this doesn't work anymore.
Right, or you don't work anymore.
Yeah.
It was actually strikeouts they were third in. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So shut up with that.
Also, what was
the
your favorite?
plot thickens.
Yeah, it was strikeouts.
Travis, what was your favorite part of my rundown?
Oh, so Emily's rundown to like bullet points.
I read it. Yes.
Yeah. There was one bullet point that just says Conforto sucks.
Oh my god.
There was no context, no numbers,
No article
nothing.
saying that.
Nothing.
No numbers. Just
Why does
he
he
sucks.
suck?
Okay, so he's played the whole year basically.
Yes.
Do you know how many hits he has with runners in scoring position? Keep in mind, it's almost June.
It's like 9, right? Is it less?
Not even close to 9.
I thought it was like something ridiculous.
2
hits.
2 hits with runners in scoring position.
What
It's
has happened to
May
him?
27th. Yeah.
What has happened to him?
Emily's take on the situation may have been exactly right. We've got some college football news. That's coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
How about caller number 7 right now, right? Is that what we're doing? Caller number 7 before DeMarco tells us. You want to be there Friday at Legends Attic to press the flesh with Travis and DeMarco and get a picture with Joe Davis or an autograph with Joe Davis, and you can see the Freddie Freeman ball in person. Call right now, 877-710-ESPN. Talk to producer Emily and say, hey, sucker, I'm calling number 7. Let me be there Friday in the city of Claremont at Legends Attic to press the flesh with the Travis and DeMarco show. Go ahead.
Have you ever had to deal with chafing Chris? I'm asking you personally.
I have. I don't chafe anymore, but I was a big chafer for a while.
I wish you would have tried Highlands Chafing Relief. It would have helped. It's not something guys talk about, right? It's not something we just share with everyone, but it's a real thing depending on your body type. So like I said, this stuff has been a game changer for me. Highlands Chafing Relief goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, stays put even through sweat and water, and I have tested both. No greasy mess, just all day protection. If you've already got some chafing down there, you're not alone. Highlands Chafing Relief soothes it fast with aloe, shea butter, and tea tree oil. So whether you're running, riding, hiking, working outdoors, landscaping, what have you, or just dealing with the heat, Highlands Chafing Relief has your back and your thighs and your arms. You get the idea. So you don't have to stop doing what you love just because of chafing. Trust me, grab Highlands Chafing Relief and feel the difference. Available today at Walmart and Target.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland, today at noon after Travis and DeMarco.
I get Ireland more than anything else. Maybe it's because we both have big foreheads.
Yes, and because I used to do the job you're doing now, but I get you a lot. I get like, hey, Trudell.
Oh, okay,
One time, this guy's just yelling at me because he wants to talk to me. He's going, Mike, and I know he's yelling at me. I smile.
Just wave with a big smile.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
$5,000.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrecht. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Why do more people buy their car at the Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
All power, zero compromise. Ego cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From mowers and trimmers to blowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it's the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Bundle Deal Days at AutoZone.
Well, I do need a bundle of things.
When you bundle, you save.
Do I save if I bundle oil with an oil filter?
Save up to $12 on that bundle.
What about brake pads and rotors?
Bundle those and the brake pads are free.
Can't save more than free.
You can save on hundreds of deals during Bundle Deal Days. Ends June 2nd at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply. Duralast brake pads only.
That's right, it does it, DeMarco, when she steals your tractor and she says, I'm done. Love don't live here anymore.
Lawnmower, not tractor.
Whatever.
I didn't live on a farm.
11:22 on a live imaging Tuesday, Rolls Royce. Who redid this song? Wasn't it
Mary?
I think MJB did redo this one. I think so.
Shelley Fairchild. No?
That doesn't sound
Somebody
right.
redid it. You're right. I don't think it was Mary.
Oh, was it?
Mary did the other one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she redid I'm Going Down, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Travis knows nothing we're saying.
I got nothing to add to this.
Who's the seventh caller, Em?
The seventh caller was Gilbert Osuna in L.A. So see you on
Good
Friday.
job, Gil. Congratulations, Gilbert. We'll see you Friday. We'll press the flesh, smack it around.
Are you coming out on Friday?
I am not.
You're not.
I got to rest, man. I'm a heart patient.
There you go.
11:23.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, producer Laura's in there. Are you excited for Mason coming back from vacation? No, you're not.
Thumbs
man.
up.
Did you see his Instagrams? He
I
looked
saw
like he
a
had a great
couple
time.
of Hawaii
The one picture where he
Instagrams.
took, where he's like puffing his tricep muscle out.
I didn't notice his
It's
tricep
taken at
muscle.
an angle, so you see his tricep muscle,
did you
and he's
notice?
flexing
I noticed
it.
he was
Well,
standing on a pretty beach.
He's in the gym and getting in work. So
There you
No,
go.
you can see the horseshoe. He's got the horseshoe of the tricep, but he's flexing it.
I don't look at them nearly as carefully as you do.
Oh, I do.
Do you do push-ups before you take a picture?
I just looked at the pretty scenery.
Before the hospital, I had good triceps. Even when I was fat, I had good triceps. Now they're all flabby. You remember what Paulie said when the hospital to Tony? It's flabby. It's like I can't say it on the radio.
Yes, I know what he said. I know what he said. He also used to be the chin-up champ in the Navy.
Boxed in the Seabees.
Were you guys watching the game last night between the Wolves and the Thunder?
Yes.
Okay, so in it there was a. I was like kind of doing work / watching the game, but I definitely looked up when this came from Doris Burke when she was talking about Rudy Gobert.
Oh yes.
I don't know much about history, but I know the French and German don't like one another. And Rudy says, "Bonjour, Mr. Hartenstein. Have a little bit of that left-handed dunk."
Love it.
Doris doing World War II bits.
Love it. Love it.
I was just like, okay, Doris.
Well, it's
history class.
It's great. Like anytime you can point that out, it puts a smile on my face.
By the way, here's the thing. He had a decent third quarter, but he had a really not great first half. And she's just doing a Rudy Gobert love fest.
Well, Rudy Gobert is one of those dudes. Every sport's got one or two of them where basically everybody has decided we don't like that guy.
Yeah.
Both his teammates, the players, the media, like everybody's decided he's not our guy. And Gobert's that guy.
Yes.
And Gobert's the guy that the Jazz didn't like him, the Wolves didn't like him. Everywhere he's gone, it's been like, nah, dude, you're not my guy.
I'd love to have him.
But he's a useful guy.
Yes.
So he's
I
out
would
there a lot. He's
love
on
to
a
have
good
him.
team.
Well, he's
more
very
often than
useful when he
not.
plays the Lakers.
But he's not very good at ball handling. Did you see that one clip of him warming up and he couldn't even keep the ball in his hands?
Yes.
Well, how could he
I'm
be
not
that?
paying you to handle the ball.
Right.
Good.
Just
Block
grab
shots.
it out of the
Yes,
sky
that's
and
it.
swat it over to that other guy. That's all he
Yes.
needs to do.
But occasionally he has to dribble. It's like playing soccer and you
Once.
can't know how to dribble.
Not really. Like
Yeah.
he just kind of has to stand there, stick his hands in the air, and
Yes.
catch the ball.
Even on the offensive end, one dribble,
He's more like
shoot
a
it.
goalie in soccer where you're
Yeah,
not expecting them
that's
to
it.
dribble up and down the field all the time or the pitch.
I can't stand the guy, but I wish the Lakers had him.
Well, okay. So with
Yeah.
that in mind, the Thunder are going to beat the T-Wolves in 5. And quite frankly, it hasn't been very close or very competitive. They've been the dominant team there.
Yes.
The Lakers got dominated 2 rounds ago by the very same team. So if this is what the top of the conference looks like, Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And the team that knocked you out in 5 games, and again, wasn't a particularly
Not
competitive
but
series.
It may not be apples to apples, but
I understand.
Yeah, matchups matter.
Matchups do matter, but boy,
What does that
oh
even
boy,
mean?
that
It can't be apples to apples. They're playing for the same goal, which is to win the game.
I know, but like if I play
the
Travis,
Thunder are so fast.
If I
they
play
can't,
Travis,
the Lakers couldn't catch up.
The matchup might be different, and
Yes.
the outcome will just change. So
Who's guarding of this Lakers team? We know it'll be different next season. Who is guarding Shea effectively?
No one.
Nobody.
Okay.
But can I counterpoint?
Go ahead.
Who has guarded Shea effectively in the entire league?
No one.
No
we
one.
thought
That's why
Anthony
he's the
Edwards
MVP.
might.
But no one. But a great player is going to be a great. It's the third or fourth guy that you should be able to check.
You're not
that
big
you're
enough
not
for Minnesota.
able to check.
You're not big enough for Minnesota. Minnesota is just not athletic enough to run with OKC.
No.
So it's not apples to apples.
And Caruso is driving Anthony Edwards nuts, and it's fun to watch because Caruso is he's like the modern day Glove.
Yes. Again, I keep asking, how is that guy not a Laker?
Well, he
Dude,
was.
look around the playoffs.
Yeah,
Look at all the guys.
That's what I
that
meant. How is he not still a Laker?
I know he hasn't been great in this series, but Julius Randle has been good in the postseason,
Yes.
former Laker. Josh Hart has been great in the postseason, former Lakers. Alex Caruso, former Laker. There are a lot of those guys. Even Thomas Bryant's playing for Indiana at this point. Like that's a lot of former Lakers that are still knocking around.
I feel good talking ball, don't you?
I do. You know
it's
who
like
else
when
I
Greg
can't
was in here, when
stand?
Greg Bergman was in here during the break.
Yes.
And him and Travis were just geeking out on Dodgers ball.
Yes. He can't. Every time you say Conforto, he comes in.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a
time
siren
we say
song.
Conforto,
But
he
now
comes
we're
in.
talking ball, too, so
Yes.
I feel good.
The other guy I can't stand is Karl Anthony Town. But I really appreciate
Why?
how
Okay,
good
I'm
he is.
curious. Why don't you like him? Because I think it's the same reason I don't either.
I
but
think
go
he
ahead.
looks like somebody I don't like. It's his
It's
face.
just the way he looks.
It's his
it
look.
has nothing to do with the way he plays.
I love the way he plays.
Okay.
If I could pick a big, I would love him to play like that.
Okay.
A guy that can hit from
he
three,
can shoot.
cut in the lane.
Yeah,
Be
he's
a problem.
athletic.
He's very athletic. I
Yeah.
just don't like him for some reason.
Here's the problem with him. He's a big, strong dude that really likes to stay behind the three-point line.
Yeah, he does.
And
Yeah.
that's why I think I have the feelings that I have for him.
Yeah.
Is I know you can shoot threes. I know you can put it on the floor. I know you can get to the fit. I know you can finish around the basket. But, dude, you're also 7 feet tall. Can we at least
Get
go
in
down
there.
there occasionally?
Get in there.
And
I don't think he's tough. Yeah.
I don't
I don't think he's tough. But he looked tough against Indiana. But
He saved that game for him.
Your back's against the wall. You have to. You have no choice but to do that if you're him. I hope that's really him.
They might be able to do it again tonight.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think it's all over but the shout.
I think it's not, for the simple reason that OKC against Indiana is a bad television product. Not for basketball people, but for the casual people that might occasionally drift in for an NBA Finals matchup. That is one that's going to be like,
But
nah,
this
I can
is how
skip
the
that.
NBA
But
can
let's-
say the lottery was real.
But let's jump in there.
If we were
Why is
rigging
that
things,
bad?
we would have rigged this.
But why is that bad? It's great basketball.
Because there's a great percentage of people that come in for these games that are not there to watch great basketball. They're there to see stories. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you and I are going to go watch it for basketball because you like basketball. I need to watch it for work. So we're coming in no matter
I
what.
need to watch it for work.
I do. I don't care who wins
It's
that
the
series.
Final Four. It's like the best basketball in the world right now.
You're right. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you care more if the Knicks are playing the Thunder?
Yeah, because the Knicks haven't won one since the 70s. It's interesting.
It's a great story.
And they
It's
will
a great
burn
story.
down their city if they win.
The Garden makes it more interesting. New York City makes it more interesting. It's not just, oh, they're really good. It brings a little something to it
Yeah.
that those other two teams
What
don't
did they
have.
say? The Knicks finally won. It's the first time they won since that guy got hit in the head with the trash. The Knicks fan.
Hitting the head with the trash.
The Indiana Pacers fan got hit in the head by Knicks fans. Right? And by the way, so they were also accosting Brian Windhorst when he was walking to his
Poor
hotel.
Windy.
And
Yeah.
apparently on Part of My Take, he talked about how they were starting to lay hands on him, like touch him. And that's way over the line.
I'll
Like,
volunteer. I'll
that's
be
my
Wendy's
don't
bodyguard.
touch people.
Yeah.
That's my
that you don't
Columbo
know.
brother, Wendy.
Yeah.
Him and I are
Does
Columbo.
Columbo, or does Wendy love Columbo?
When he's in here in the afternoon show, we'll talk Columbo for 20 minutes.
Columbo
All
talk.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Love Columbo.
Do you guys like
One more thing.
Timothy Chalamet looking like Pete Weber? You guys see that?
No.
So he was at the game. He was in Indiana, and he was courtside. And he's like the Taylor Swift of the Knicks, where they're just going to shoot him every 5 seconds. And he has really fluffy, big hair, and he has the glasses, and he looks like Pete Weber.
Is he like dressed for a role? Is he growing his hair out for a part?
I don't know. I do know Marty Supreme is finished filming, I believe, so I don't think it's for that.
Because
That's
every
his
time
movie
you
about
see
ping pong.
like a very famous actor like Chalamet have a really bizarre look,
He's getting ready.
He's
for
getting
something.
ready for something.
Yeah.
I think that he finished rap on his next movie already, but could be that.
I'm here for a Pete Weber movie, though.
Who do you think you are? I am.
So he's going to be in Marty Supreme, which is about a ping pong player. So like it's
like Forrest Gump.
It's more about like I don't know for sure because I don't know if it's based off of reality, but it involves a ping pong player in some I don't know.
Not like a fun dodgeball movie.
I think it's relatively serious.
We're going to go to the gritty side of the ping pong universe.
Really? I didn't know there was a gritty
We're
side.
going to go to where ping pong hasn't gone before.
Okay, it's from the Safdies, who
Play
did
Ping
Uncut
Pong
Gems
Kumite.
and other really great movies. It's from the Safdies, who did who's also doing the movie with the Rock with the Smashing Machine.
Oh, yeah.
So it's from the guys who do Smashing
Wait,
Machine and Uncut
he's in
Gems.
no. Okay.
Same director.
Same director of the Smashing Machine. Can't wait for that, too.
Coming out on Christmas is when Marty Supreme will be out.
Hot and Cold's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let me tell you about my friend Joseph S. Normand. I know there are a lot of choices, and a lot of people come in, hey, if you get hurt, call this one and call. I can speak firsthand that when my oldest son was involved in an accident, we called Joe. When I was involved in an accident, I called Joe. And the peace of mind that comes along with it, because you're feeling overwhelmed when you have an accident. Your car's torn up. You might be hurt. You got insurance companies that are trying to get you to agree to things right away so they can get you off the books as cheaply as possibly. And having an expert hand on the wheel like Joseph S. Normand makes all the difference in the world. Do not think that you can do this by yourself, because they're going to take advantage of you, right? The insurance companies. Make sure that you have an expert on your side. Accidents are always around you when you're driving. It could happen to anybody at any time, so be prepared and have Joe's number in your phone right now. The law office of Joseph S. Normand, 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. Joe's going to treat you like family. I can speak to it. He treated my family like his, and everything went exactly the way that he said it would. 213-747-2000, and make sure they know that Travis sent you in.
A fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Let me see yours, Beto. I showed you mine. Let me see.
Oh, that's a great drop right there.
Let me see that. I can't see from here.
Yes, that's the point.
Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Hello, I'm Richard Navarro, General Manager at Fleming Steakhouse and Wine Bar in downtown Los Angeles, where unforgettable dining meets the heart of the city. Whether it's prime steaks, fresh seafood, or a handcrafted cocktail, we're here to make your next experience out exceptional. Call us today at 213-745-9911 to reserve your next table. We're open for lunch and dinner. Fleming's, where great steaks, good times. Call at 213-745-9911.
Hey guys, double down with me, Cappy, at the $10,000. Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk, and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double Down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get, because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
To 42424. Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, NextGen. NextGen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to NextGen. Boy, time for Who's Hot? Who's Cold? Take it away, Producer M.
Ohana.
Buenos dias.
Kenchina.
You say Ohana because it means family.
Ohana means family.
And family means no one gets left behind or forgotten.
Yes.
I love Lilo and Stitch, the animated movie. I haven't gotten around to the live action yet. And
You're going today, right?
Tonight.
Yeah.
Yes,
Maybe
dad-daughter group.
Yeah.
I'm just going to preserve the animated movie because it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, it's hard to see it again. But I know it's for your kids, Marco. It's like for your age group, like your kids to go see because they didn't really get the animated version.
Well, she's seen the animated, I mean, over and over.
But it wasn't it wasn't new right when
it wasn't
the
their
kids,
movie,
yeah,
but they've seen it. But she is so geeked for this.
Yeah.
All of them are.
The dad-daughter group, how many people go?
There's 9 families, so that's 18.
That's a big group.
It's a
Hey,
big
let's
group.
make it 10. Yeah, can I join you? No?
You got to kind of
I'm just
jump
kidding.
you in. You got to kind of jump you in.
Oh, man, you got to
Oh, that's okay. Jorge's used to get jumped in.
And you gotta, buy those passes at AMC or whatever.
This guy, I thought you know a guy.
But Ohana is not my hot. My hot is Sailing with Phoenix. So, do you know about the story?
We talked about it.
Okay, so if you guys, but for the
This
listeners,
is the guy that's going around the world, from Portland to Oregon.
For the listeners who have not heard this, Oliver Winter quit his job. He was working at a discount tire store and was not loving his life, was not loving where he was, and so he liquidated his 401k, bought a boat, learned how to sail, and then sailed from Oregon to Hawaii, landed in Hawaii on Sunday, and he was greeted at Waikiki Yacht Club by a huge crowd of people. Like, one of my friends was actually just happened to be in Hawaii.
Oh, really?
And she's like, I gotta go see Sailing with
Have
Phoenix.
you followed his journey?
I have been.
It's amazing.
It's incredible.
It really is.
It shows.
Do you know this, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shows what you can do if you can take hold of your life. You don't have to go down these roads of just monotony of life you're not happy with. You can say, hey, there is another option. And whether or not he continues, like after he's done with his sailing trip, what he does after that, who knows? Maybe he'll turn into a different kind of career. But it's one of those things I'm proud of people for taking control.
It is maybe not the sailing part of it, but I'm sure that every person out there, you, me, we've all had that moment. You know what? Forget it. I'm going to chuck it all. I'm going to move to the woods. I'm going to go sell everything I have and live out of a van. Whatever the dream is. Only this guy did it.
Yeah.
Like, he actually said, blanket. I'm selling everything I got. He didn't know how to sail. He taught himself how to sail on the fly. It's a few weeks.
Well, to get from Oregon, but he sailed for he learned how to sail for about a year.
Yes.
Like it was not like he just
incredibly
sail
inspiring.
with him, right? You wouldn't fly with the other guy.
I'll tell you
sail with
what,
this dude.
I would sail with him now.
Yeah.
Like that he was able to navigate a journey like that by himself. He clearly knows what's up.
But not the guy that took 2 years.
Would you fly Nathan Fielder now?
No,
still not. No.
He's not a pilot.
He literally is.
When he takes a 737 from L.A. to O'Hare 600 times, then sure, I'll get in. I'll get in with him.
Okay,
and flies through thunderstorms and everything else. Until then, hell no.
But I think a lot of it's done by computers now. Anyway, right?
Yeah,
He just has to land and take off.
The scary
They're there in case something happens.
Right.
That's where it gets complicated.
Well, that's the entire thesis of the rehearsal season 2 is that when plane crashes happen, is that a lot of times it's a million things that happen when plane crashes happen, but a lot of them is miscommunication between the co-pilot or the first officer and the captain, because they don't know how to correct each other or they don't feel safe to give feedback, and then it also leads to dangerous situations in the air. So that's what
happened with him and
season 2
Sliwa.
Oh.
That's why Sliwa took a boat and went to Hawaii.
Sure. So what's cold is
Jorge can't go with DeMarco. That's what's cold.
Ah, come on.
That's right.
What's cold is the Gloucestershire cheese rolling competition. So it is something that's been on since I believe 1862. It says here, and we have a repeat winner, so repeat champion. So German YouTuber Tom Cope is 23, and he's won back-to-back years. Won the cheese. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, it is a competition in Gloucestershire, England, where they roll down a wheel of cheese down a quite steep hill.
I was going to say, it's like a cliff. It's
crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the first person to get to the cheese as it's rolling down the hill is the winner.
What kind of cheese?
I don't know.
Better be some good cheese.
It just says wheel of cheese rolling down. I'm sure
Queso
it has.
fresco.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Panela.
I'd roll down the hill for that. Yeah.
But it's an honor, I guess,
Yeah.
in Gloucestershire. There's nothing else to do there, but congrats to
So we've
them.
all seen these videos, right?
Yeah.
Of the guys chasing the. How does everybody not end up with broken arms
I
and
don't
legs?
know. Broken necks and
all of
traction and everything. About as fun as watching like Pamplona when they let the cows go.
The
Or the
bulls.
bulls go.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It's just weird, but it's something I'd like to do.
I want to do
would
the tomato
love to
fight.
try that.
The tomato fight. I
fights
wanna do
too.
that
I'd
one.
watch you get hit by a bull.
I would love to try that.
I'd
We should
run
go.
from the bulls before I'd run down that hill after the cheese.
How about if I hit you right now? How about that?
That's fine.
Yeah.
And
there you go.
the cheese is set to roll down at 70 miles per hour. The cheese is chased 200 yards down. The gradient of the hill is 1 to 2.
Oh.
So it's nearly 90 degrees,
Yes.
but like
It's a
almost,
cliff.
yeah.
It's a cliff.
Yeah, I want my helmet back.
And they're cartwheeling down the thing like rag dolls.
Are you repoing your helmet? Why are you repoing the helmet?
Because you didn't want to take me to the movies
I
tonight.
can't just bring you into the
Why
group,
can't you?
man. We have a group. They
yeah, but he
planned
wants
this.
to get jumped in.
Look,
just tattoo an
I got
crying,
next month.
an eye drop.
I got
or
next
teardrop,
month.
and he'll
I'm
be fine.
hosting next month. I'll bring you
He
with
has
me.
a daughter. He can bring his daughter.
This is my friend Jorge and his daughter Maite. We thought they might like the movie
Yeah,
too.
that's
But
perfect.
the guy
Brenda and
already
I can go to
bought
Old Navy.
tickets. One of the
That's
dads
cold.
bought
Is it
tickets
sold
already.
out? Is it sold out?
They already bought tickets for us. I
Okay, well then, Jorge, why don't you go and crash? There's probably 2 seats
and sit
in
just
the theater.
one row away. just like wherever they are.
Sit behind so you can pick their seats.
That's right.
Come on. Next month you can come with me. We'll jump you in the group. There
Who's
you go.
Hot, Who's Cold is brought to you by NextGen, the official AC heat and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. Visit 833-3-NEXTGen. That's 833-3-NEXGEN or nextgenaaronplumbing.com. What time's the movie?
We're going to meet at 5:45. We're going to have
perfect.
dinner and then go.
Where are you going to dinner?
He's catering the Hawaiian food. What do you call that?
Oh,
Hawaiian grills?
yeah,
type
yeah.
stuff?
Yeah.
So we're
Hawaiian
going to cater,
food, that's
eat
what it's
there,
called.
Hawaiian food, and then we're going to go right to the movie.
So a little teriyaki chicken, maybe?
Yes, I think whatever. Rice, everything.
Yeah.
Last
Jorge likes rice.
Any Loco Moco?
Probably.
Love a good Loco Moco.
So this is the guy, the dad that's hosting. He's the guy that we're not sure what he does, but he is an absolute badass.
Oh.
Like everything that we do, every challenge we do, he's always one of the best at it. But you'd never know. He's like the accountant. You'd never suspect that this dude is a
Big,
serious
small?
Kind of tall, about 6'3".
Fit?
Very fit. And
Yeah.
he's, well, I don't want to say ex-military. He's military. But we don't know what he does at all. But he's really
He's a contractor.
Dude, I'm telling you, everything that we do, he's always around the top.
If we got a look at his W-2, what would occupation say?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to ask.
Yeah.
It's occupation Nunya.
Right. Yes. So he's hosting tonight. So next month you'll come.
You know, somebody's got to be a secret agent.
I wouldn't
Right?
be surprised. I would not be surprised.
There was a guy that used to live in our neighborhood who I'm 90% sure was one. And now he's gone. Lives
Same,
somewhere else.
right? Yeah, just gone all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Just- we're leaving. Why? We're just leaving. Oh, okay.
Never know.
It also could be protection.
Could be.
Like witness protection?
Yeah.
See, this guy, whenever there would be a high-ranking government official in the area, whether it was the president, the vice president, or something like that, he was not around for a few days.
Okay. He was that guy.
He was.
That's
just,
what happened to
he was
Marcellus.
gone.
He was
He
put in
could-
witness protection.
I was going to say he could be a
Wiley?
spy not for us as well.
Is this
Who
a
knows?
bit? Okay,
the
that's
bit
what I
is
thought.
that
I
him
thought-
and Keyshawn went to work at
I
the
knew
Witness
it. I knew
Protection
it.
Network. That was the bit.
The Dump coming up next is Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The biggest
Hey, it's
show
Travis
on
Jonas Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
So it affords me the lifestyle that I really love.
Right.
the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Next at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Big on protein, rich on flavor. The new $10 Islands Restaurant's protein bowls are here for a limited time. Packed with over 40 grams of protein and stacked with fresh ingredients for the flavors you love. Just in a bowl. Find your protein paradise at islandsrestaurants.com.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
This just in, the NFL schedule has dropped, and you know what that means. It's go time. Adam Schefter here with the Insider Tip. If you're trying to catch your team live this season, Vivid Seats is the move. For the best selection of games and seats, it's time to snap your tickets up now. Vivid Seats has great deals on great seats and the only rewards program in the game. It's no wonder they're the official ticketing partner of ESPN. So don't wait. Head to vividseats.com or download the app and lock in those game days.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ, J-O-E-Q, to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
Oh, a lot of fading going on over there.
DeMarco.
Yes, sir.
Rick Derringer.
It is a final.
Oh, come on.
Dead at the age of 77.
Unreal.
Hot that up.
So I didn't know this was him.
It's the Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo.
Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo. Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
In that movie.
Here it comes right here.
He has a wrestling connection?
Yeah, I didn't know this was him. I only knew him from wrestling. He did the intro for Demolition. He did an intro for a lot of wrestlers. There was an album called Pile Driver. It's the WWF wrestling album where they had their music on it.
Okay.
He's all over it. So Rick Derringer is like kind of the WWE, WWF guy for music. I didn't know he actually had a career outside of that until later.
Hang On Sloopy, too.
Hang On
Great
Sloopy.
song.
Yeah.
God rest his soul.
McCoys.
Yes. Wow.
77 for Rick Derringer.
Oh, that's young.
Can you
That
find
is
the
pretty
Demolition theme?
You got to tell him this stuff ahead.
I know. I'm just saying.
Throw it at him.
For all wrestling fans that didn't know this guy had a career, you would definitely recognize this song if you followed wrestling.
First you say you can't come to the movie, now this.
World Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, that's okay. Pop
There you
that
go.
up.
This one.
Oh, yeah. I feel like I want to pile drive you right now.
Have you ever heard this?
I don't think so.
Okay. So this team was really good, like one of the best tag teams ever. But part of it was this song. When they would hit this music, the place would just go bonkers. And then these two guys would walk out with painted faces.
Who are the two guys?
Axe and Smash. Here comes the Axe, here comes the Smasher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you and I, DeMarco, were a tag team, could we beat Travis and Maurice Jones-Drew?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah?
We're the new natural disasters.
Oh, yeah.
Heavy artillery off the top rope. Come on. We got to work on our moves, though. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
We trapped Travis in the ring.
Just let me get my stuff in.
Just-
See, I'm starting to learn the language,
there you
right?
go. You're learning the lingo. There you
Starting
go.
to learn the
Yeah.
kayfabe.
There you go.
Is that what
Nice.
it's called?
Kayfabe.
Yeah.
And
See?
a work and a
You
shoot.
think Maurice is up right now, or is he still
He
sleeping
is. Maurice has been a rock star for doing those predictions.
Which predictions?
Team predictions, win-loss predictions.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty good at that. The only problem with Maurice is not a problem. He will never pick against the Rams.
Yeah,
in? Don't act like you will.
Ever. I have. When they used to play the Niners back in the day, I said this would be tough. This would be a miracle if they can actually pull this off against the Niners. This is pre-McVay.
But Rams was by 4.
There you go.
Well, pre-McVay, you kind of had to pick against him because they weren't winning a bunch of games.
And that's the only reason Jeff
Yeah.
Fisher hung on to the job longer than he should.
Yeah.
He went nose to nose with the Niners and hung in there with them.
Yeah. With McVay, you can honestly say, I think they're going to win today, and it doesn't feel ridiculous.
Right,
There's
yeah.
always
Pretty
a
much
path.
every Sunday
There's
you
a
feel
path.
confident.
13-4 this season, kids.
I'm going to say 11-6.
Oh, that's a failure with that
11
schedule.
Nah.
But in
11-6
both, you
wins the
have
division.
NFC West champion and
Yep.
in the playoffs.
Unless
Either way,
Stafford
I'll
gets
take
hurt.
it.
If Stafford gets hurt,
All bets are off.
You know what? I wouldn't say all bets. I'll say for this reason: Garoppolo is a former starter,
Yeah.
and McVay likes him.
Okay, I believe
He's
both
not
of
going
those
to a
things
guy
be true.
he hates.
How long is he playing for?
Let's say 6 weeks.
Okay, then there's still got a
There's still
chance.
hope.
If it's much longer than that,
Okay.
yeah.
He's not going to a rookie that he doesn't like or didn't want to draft. He's going to a guy he really appreciates
If
as a
it's
quarterback.
less than 2 months, I think they got a shot. If
Yeah.
it's 2 months around there, that's a lot of
I
games.
might become Rams gear guy this
Will you really?
This fall.
All right.
Just Rams gear guy.
Jerseys?
Hats, T-shirts. What are
Oh,
we doing?
the whole mishpucha.
Yeah.
Jerseys, stuff.
I'm not a
everything?
big jersey guy.
Not a jersey
The
guy?
only football jersey I've ever owned was T.O.'s. I had an authentic T.O. Eagles jersey.
Oh, no way.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You being a T.O. fan is the
huge
right
T.O.
one.
guy. Oh,
That's
yeah,
the right
of
one.
course.
That's the right one.
That does fit, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Love me some me. Yeah.
Today, 1981, Julius Erving, Dr. J, won the MVP award in the NBA, and he became the only player to win the MVP in both the NBA and the ABA.
And the ABA, yes. The first guy to do a free throw line dunk in a
First
dunk contest.
one I remember.
Yep. Free throw.
Like the ABA was way ahead of its time.
Yes.
Like that was they didn't have better players, but they had a more interesting league than the NBA.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think the NBA stole from the ABA.
They stole the three-pointer.
They really did.
They allowed people to be more athletic and all of those things. Just the games were more fun.
Don't mind it, borrowing stuff. Yeah, and that was a legit free throw line dunk.
Oh, yeah.
Behind the free throw line.
Jordan's
with an afro.
was just over
But
the
it was
toe.
he double
Still
pumped
pretty
it,
good.
so you get points
Still
for
pretty
that.
good. 1991, the Pistons left their bench. They left the court, refused to shake hands with the Bulls after they were swept in the Eastern Conference Finals. And that was kind of the beginning of Michael Jordan and the Bulls being Michael Jordan and the Bulls.
It
Remember
was
when they
on brand.
walked off the court?
I do. It was on brand for the Pistons. This is what they do.
I don't have a problem with it.
I did.
I don't have a huge problem with it. They're competing like crazy. They've had a fist fight every game for the last 3 months.
Yeah.
I'm not really feeling your great moment. I'm going to dip out of here.
You're a golf guy, right? I mean, when you lose, you take your hat off and you shake the guy's hand.
I understand that, but if you and I were literally punching each other in the face for 18 holes, then I'm probably not looking to shake your hand.
I'm going to shake your hand and tell you what I think of you and leave. It's all about sportsmanship.
Not for me. Not for me. The Flintstones premiered live action Flintstones. The movie you're talking about?
Yeah, the live action Flintstones movie.
John Goodman, that one?
Wasn't it Rosie O'Donnell, Rick Moranis, I think, was Barney?
Really? You guys got all the way through, and Halle Berry is in that movie.
Yeah.
She is?
Oh, yes.
I didn't remember that.
Never saw it.
Really?
No.
I don't think I ever saw it either.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you waving at?
What?
Mic's off. Now it's back on.
No, I think are we in an EAS test? Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, we're still on YouTube.
You guys didn't remember Halle Berry was in that movie?
I never saw the movie.
She played Kyle MacLachlan's accomplice.
Are there criminals in the Flintstones movie?
The bad guy that's trying to ruin Fred.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that completely.
Gives Fred a promotion. Fred has to fire Barney.
I only know the Flintstones from the cartoon and when he slides down the Brontosaurus tail to end the day's work.
Now, the Flintstones was based on the Honeymooners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The Honeymooners was on some channel the other night. A channel I don't have. I was at 70's house, and she's got Spectrum, or as I have DirecTV, and it's like called, I don't know.
Is it Me TV?
No, it's not Me TV. I know Me TV.
I love Me
this
TV.
One's called like something, and the Honeymooners was on all night, and my dad used to make me watch.
So you watched it recently?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it funny?
Oh yeah.
It is?
It's still funny. Yeah.
Okay. Because sometimes
it's so funny that the premise that if one night the Flintstones was on and I watched it.
No, I get it, but like, for instance, let's use I don't know, I Love Lucy as a point of reference.
Don't do this. Do not do this.
It's not funny.
Don't knock I Love Lucy.
It's not funny.
It's legendary.
Like, I understand it's legendary, but two things can be true at the same time. It can be legendary, iconic, historic, and in retrospect, it's just not funny. Her eating chocolates fast is funny?
It's not. It's not like you're not going to hurt yourself laughing anymore because you've seen it, but it makes you feel good.
Does it?
It does. It really does.
You're going to knock I Love Lucy.
Yes.
You're a bad guy for knocking I Love Lucy.
No, I'm not.
You're a gutless scumbag for knocking I Love
50
Lucy.
Cent threw out his first pitch today.
Who did?
The infamous 50 Cent spike it into the ground.
I thought you meant he did it again. Did he actually make it to the plate this time?
Today in 2014 was the 50 Cent
Bruh, he almost lost all his street cred.
Are we on 710 now, or are we still on YouTube? Oh, we're good.
Yeah.
It was.
Did the 710 listeners miss Travis knocking I Love Lucy?
It's terrible.
God, you're a bad guy. You're a bad guy.
Tell me the scene that you think is particularly funny.
I like the chocolate
when they go to
scene.
Hollywood,
it's
is still amazing.
That's hilarious. Anytime Ricky shows up, I love it. Anytime
Little Ricky?
They didn't have a baby. They had a baby too, right?
Yeah, Little Ricky.
That's how you know that it went too long. Because when they bring the baby in, that's when it's over. Anytime the baby shows up,
that was
that's
like
a wrap.
season 4.
You got a point there.
But how? There were 2 beds, you know?
Yes, they had twin
We
beds.
couldn't show it. I believe, I could be wrong about this, but I don't think I am, that the first show
they couldn't show it.
to have one bed in the scene was the Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy Days, you never saw the bedroom.
No.
Yeah.
And there was another. I think it's the Brady Bunch too, where all the
You
scenes.
anti-Happy Days too?
No, I like Happy Days.
So that's okay.
Yes. There's no toilets in that bathroom in the Brady Bunch. There's
no toilets in there?
You never see a toilet.
I never even noticed that.
Yeah. You see a bathtub, you see a shower, you see a sink.
Can't
no
believe you
toilet.
knocked I Love Lucy.
I don't like it.
I didn't have a lot of respect left for you, but now I'm losing it.
Okay. So the next one. Ken Griffey Jr. breaks his own record for home runs through May when he goes deep for the 23rd time. They lost to Minnesota. He had previously set the record in 94, 23 home runs through the end of May.
What happened to
This is 94?
97.
97. Okay. I was up there for his game where he had like 10 home runs in a row, and Nolan Ryan was pitching. It was his last game ever.
He hit like a bunch of he hit a home run in every game for like a week and a half.
And he was up against Nolan Ryan, and he blew his elbow out, and that was it.
That was in Seattle.
Yeah, and it was just a humbug. We were there. We had no idea. This was like history. We did not know.
That was Ryan's last game.
That was his last game. I remember him walking off the field.
So, do you remember? So he throws the pitch, he gets hurt,
Yep.
right? And the trainers come out, and they're like, he's like, I want to see if I can go. He threw one more before he couldn't go. 94 miles an hour.
Not bad.
Not
he used
bad.
to put his hand in rice.
94 miles an hour with a torn, whatever that is, Tommy John ligament.
Every time I hear Nolan Ryan, I think of one thing: it's gentler on my stomach than aspirin, whatever.
The Advil.
The Advil commercial.
Yeah,
it's gentler on my stomach.
Dude,
Andy did Rolaids too, right?
he did Rolaids, and Nolan Ryan is famous everywhere, but Nolan Ryan in Texas is like a god.
Really?
Yeah,
he is
okay,
like
yeah.
a god in the state of Texas.
Have they buried Rocket? Do they still talk about Roger Clemens
Not-
at all?
not
They
like that.
bury
Yeah, 'cause
that.
it had a
Okay.
steroid
Not like
thing.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
He needs to talk about it.
Say I did it?
He needs to take some ownership.
Okay.
And then people will go, all right.
Yeah.
Happens fast. You just got to take the plunge.
It
Are you
does.
excited about Steve Mason being back?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super crosstalk.
He went to Hawaii, I believe.
Yeah, but he flexed his tricep.
Hey,
and
Ted,
that
wait,
was
wait,
picked
That's
up.
what you said.
Yeah.
Super Crosstalk is next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Mason and Ireland.
My first boat lesson, very first one. I was just pulling out of the dock, and I put too much gas and hit another boat.
Oh, no.
The biggest show on the radio, weekdays at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
June gloom? Pfft, my tan and these sunglasses say it's June glam. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Morongo pays you more. Our table games progressive jackpots are over $750,000.
Number 2.
Billy Gardell, live July 12th. Get tickets now.
And the number 1 reason.
Flamenco Fridays are back. Live DJs, drink specials, and lazy river pool fun at SoCal's best nighttime pool party.
Morongo, good times.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Are you downsizing or inheriting a home?
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double Down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
It's time for Soper
Crosstalk.
Well, looky here. Look who's back.
Looky here.
Steve Mason, fresh off of an island vacation.
Oh,
Looking
so
like it.
good.
Yeah?
Such a great trip. Now, I spent a little more money than I would like to spend, but I mean,
Usually do.
Once you're there, you're like,
Who cares? Who cares?
It's all about the
You
experience.
can't really do Hawaii anymore without spending money.
Oh,
right?
my God. It's so expensive.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's become the most expensive getaway out there.
Really?
Now, if you
But
Airbnb,
worth it.
if you
Worth
Airbnb, I think you can get away with a lot cheaper.
you
but
didn't,
we did not.
right?
We
Yeah.
did not.
So we were talking a little bit during the break. I find of all the vacations that you can go do, and there's a million fun places to go and do a fun thing, but coming back from Hawaii is the toughest re-entry. Just because you hit that level of relaxation that is so different than other vacations that coming back in and trying to find the work groove again is impossible.
We were just talking, and during a trip like that, I walk around the hotel, and you see some guy wheeling a suitcase out when you're early in your trip, and you're like, that poor sap. It's all over for that guy. Then the next thing you know, you're wheeling
You're
your
the guy.
suitcase out.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
People say they couldn't live in Hawaii, that they would get island fever. I think I could. Bergman did.
I
lived there
I
for
could.
2 or 3 years.
Heartbeat.
I could live there. It's an expensive
Heartbeat.
place to live. The cost of living is super high in Hawaii. That would be the downside.
I mean, are we working or are we retired?
Retired.
Don Nelson used to have a thing when he was coaching.
Where he smoked a lot of cigarettes?
Weed.
Did he?
Actually.
Oh, was it
Don
weed
Nelson
at
smoked
the
weed?
end? Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, there's a very funny
Very
Don
funny
Nelson
clip where
clip.
Don Nelson came to a Warrior game, and the Warriors PR guy is the best PR guy in all of sports. He said, "Hey, Don, a lot of people want to talk to you. You want to do a press conference?" He goes, "Sure." So Don Nelson walks in, sits down. They go, "Don, great to see you. What have you been doing?" He goes, "Well, I've been smoking a lot of pot."
Oh, my God.
It's on YouTube. You can watch it.
How long ago was this?
Maybe 5 years.
Oh, that's great.
Great answer.
That's
And
great.
apparently, it's like he hangs out every day with Willie Nelson, and they play
I
golf
knew
and
Willie Nelson
smoke.
lives in
Good for
Hawaii.
him.
That's real high. What's the most expensive thing you spent your money on in Hawaii? I'm curious. Food? Drink?
Hotel, probably.
Drink. I got to
Okay.
tell you, a pina colada at the place I was working, $32. A Mai Tai, $32. I'm
That's
like,
a big swing.
No way. We went to
a
the
lot.
convenience store, we bought booze, and we made our own
yeah.
friggin' drinks.
Smart.
Yeah.
Well, here's
That's the only way to do it.
Okay, here's a veteran move. As you guys know, I stay in hotels like 100 nights a year. The way to play this stuff is DoorDash to the hotel.
Oh, yeah.
You can save a fortune. So, for example, if I want a bacon cheeseburger and I order it from room service,
35 bucks.
Oh, no. More
No,
like
yeah, more like-
50, and then they hit you with the fees,
Yeah,
and
and
you're
the
paying
tip and everything,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're paying $70. If I order it from Five Guys across the street, they'll deliver it to my hotel room, and it's $20. That's the way.
That's
to
a
play.
good heads up.
play. It's a good
That's
play.
a good heads up.
Could you live in Hawaii?
In a
I think
heartbeat,
I could
Travis.
retire there. I don't think I could work there.
I could retire there. I don't although I was thinking as I was there, I was like,
Everybody has this thought.
I'd like to get a fancy compound, and I would do the show from Hawaii. How awesome would that
I
be?
think everybody that has gone to Hawaii has had that moment of how can I stay here and
Yeah,
make
for
enough
sure.
to just get through it? And the answer is you really
Do
can't.
it like the boat guy with the cat. Just say the heck with it. I'm staying here.
I'm sorry, boat guy with cat.
You ever heard
What
this
is
guy?
that?
You haven't heard this story.
No.
Sailing with Phoenix.
Sailing with Phoenix.
No,
So
no clue.
Phoenix is this guy that worked in a tire shop in Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And basically said, blanket.
heck with it.
I hate my life. This sucks. I don't want to do this anymore. He's probably late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah. Young dude.
And liquidated all of his savings, bought a boat, taught himself how to sail, and just did a Instagram, social media kind of journal sailing from Oregon to Hawaii, and he just arrived in Hawaii yesterday.
Just said the heck
Sunday.
with it.
And it's fascinating.
And he was kind of a novice from the beginning,
He's by
right?
himself. There's a couple of times it got pretty dicey. Like
Yeah.
the ocean's kicked up, and he's
Can't
not a
predict it.
professional
Yeah.
sailor. He just
Yeah.
kind of taught himself how to do this. It's mesmerizing. It's really fascinating.
Oh, wow.
All right, Travis, what is wrong with you?
What now?
What
Well,
do you
I have
say
two
now?
things.
Okay.
Two
I
things.
know one.
First of all, Lucille Ball might be the
Oh,
greatest
God,
comedic
John.
actress in the
She
history of the
absolutely
medium.
is. Why? Did he?
He thinks
said
she's
it-
not funny.
He doesn't like Lucy.
You were disparaging Lucy?
Yes.
A little bit.
Oh, my God.
A little bit.
Hey, did you see the movie with Nicole Kidman and Javier Bardem
No.
about Desi and Lucy
did
together? I
not.
think it's called Desi and Lucy. Is it?
I
Something
think it
like
is
that?
called, yeah.
She was groundbreaking in so many ways. And if you go back and watch I Love Lucy next week, You'll laugh. I guarantee it.
He might not, though.
She, by the way, was the first woman to become like a super producer in Hollywood.
I am not impugning her credentials as a businesswoman, as a groundbreaker, a trailblazer, all of these things. I've watched I Love Lucy. My grandparents used to have it on in the house.
Right. You can still watch it.
I know. I don't even think I've cracked
Didn't
a
you ever
smile.
see the chocolate?
That's
the
exactly.
chocolate
She's eating chocolates really fast.
Oh, boy, you are no fun.
Not if that's on.
Just not as
You didn't see the time that Lucy and Ethel desperately wanted this fancy dress, and it was a ridiculous amount of money. And so Fred
ring a bell.
and Ricky said, these women they don't know what the hell they want. Let's go get a couple of potato sacks and we'll sew the label into the potato sack and they'll fall for it. They do it, and Lucy and Ethel walk around for the rest of the episode in potato sacks, and they could not be happier.
I missed the potato sack episode.
You got to go back and watch it.
See? You laughed.
Yeah,
it's a funny concept. Okay, so that's the first thing that I'm dumb about today. What else?
And this one surprises me because
Lucy
it's
getting
not,
randoms.
Yeah.
Taking straight.
Right. It's not like you. Dude, it's sports. You seriously aren't going to shake my hand if I kick your ass?
There you go.
Not if we've had a physical confrontation for 2 weeks.
It's sports.
I understand.
He's talking about the Pistons when they walked
if you
off
and
of
I
the
go
Bulls.
play golf
Yeah.
against one another, of course I'm going to shake your hands. If you and I go play basketball against one another, and it's just we're playing basketball, of course. If you and I played basketball every day for a week,
right,
and 5 times during those 7 days we had a fist fight,
yeah,
I'm not shaking your hand at the end of it.
Yeah, I think you're a loser.
Even if they've had what is this?
Wow.
What is this talking
today
about?
is the anniversary of Detroit when they got swept by the
When
Bulls.
they walked out of the gym.
They
Isaiah
just
Thomas
walked out
in front of the Bulls.
And they look like a-holes even today.
Yes.
I lost all respect for them when they did that.
Now tell me what LeBron does after a game, because
Goes big hugs for
Does he?
everybody.
Yeah, I guess he
dashes
does.
off
Yeah.
Charlie, though.
Walked up to Anthony Edwards and said, "Go win it."
Yeah.
Didn't the Bulls end up doing something very similar later too?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I
Jordan
thought so
did
too.
it to was it Celtics? No. Did the same thing. They walked
remember
off.
who it was
Yeah.
against,
I
but
think the
remember-
whole shaking hands thing is
It's
the greatest.
sportsmanship.
It's so past.
It's
so
sportsmanship,
old.
man.
My
Come
gosh,
on.
I love when hockey players, and nobody tries to kick the crap out of each other like hockey players do, handshake lines at the end of a series.
Yeah.
It's the greatest thing.
See, I just think it's a personal choice. If I got into a fight with that guy, I don't have to shake his hand.
I can't
you
get
don't
over
have to,
it.
You don't have to shake anybody's hand. You can
Fist
just walk
fight.
off like Isaiah did.
It wasn't a fist fight. It was a very physical series, and you beat me. I'm going to walk over and shake your hand.
Very physical
and say,
series.
I'll be back next year.
But if there were, and John, you probably remember this a little better than I do, but it felt like there were a series of not just like basketball physical, but confrontations,
it was bad boy
fights.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. This is why the bad boy Pistons are losers and they suck. they
Dang.
Well, they won 2 titles and they act like they won 10.
Yeah.
First of all.
That's true.
And second of all, they were the ones, they couldn't guard Michael Jordan. They physically
They
could
decided
not do
to
it.
maim him
Right.
instead.
So they sent they sent their goons, Rick Mahorn and Bill Lambier, to try and hurt him.
Yes.
And then at the end, they walk off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
F
That's
you,
what I mean. Right,
losers,
right,
and
right.
F you, Travis, if you want to walk off.
Jeez, that seems aggressive.
Well, you're the one that has no sportsmanship.
No, I guess not. I'm
Yeah.
not doing that.
Right.
Came
I
in.
can tell.
No, if I'm having a fight with somebody, I'm not shaking their hand
thing
at the end of the
I
fight.
didn't expect to hear today was "F you, Travis."
That's
Heck
what it
yeah,
seemed like
let's
a lot.
go.
John, what
It
is
seemed like a
happening?
lot. Like,
Yes.
No, but you're the one that's walking off.
yeah.
I mean,
I am in that situation.
Now go
I
shake
am.
his hand.
no, he's dead to me
Oh
now.
yeah, no. See,
Yeah, see, now you're being the bad
no,
sport.
no,
I have no. Now I want to kick your ass more than ever.
now I want to kick your ass more than
Yeah,
ever.
dang right.
Travis.
I didn't know you had such deep feelings for Lucy. I think this is all Lucy related.
No,
Might
but
be.
you're wrong about Lucy. You just don't know
Yeah,
you're
you
wrong.
are wrong about Lucy.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're definitely wrong
I'm not.
about Lucy.
I'm fine.
She's a
as
classic all-time
DeMarco, as
great.
always, I'm fine.
It's just not your brand of whiskey. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You have a sense of humor. That's just
I'd
not
like-
You,
I'd like
you
to
might.
think so.
You could make the argument that Lucy might be the most successful comedic actress ever. It's
not
either
denying
her
that.
or Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Dreyfus,
Yeah.
right?
She's funny.
Yeah. Well, ask Julia Louis-Dreyfus if Lucy's funny.
I'm
See
sure
what
she
says.
might find it funny. Just because somebody else likes it doesn't mean I have to like it.
yeah.
I don't find it. What's her Lucille Ball funny?
Lucille Ball.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm good.
And you don't shake hands.
Not if I've had a fight.
Would you shake hands with Lucille Ball?
Yes. Unless
Great
Lucy
question.
and I had a series of hard foul basketball games, I would be happy to shake her hand. Absolutely.
Excellent.
What was your
Excellent.
favorite thing on vacation?
I'm a big lay around
He'll
guy.
he'll go in another 2 weeks. Just ask him that.
I mean, seriously, it's like perfect from beginning to end. Although what's weird is I don't go on the beach and I don't go in the ocean.
Ever?
Never.
Because?
I don't like sand all over everything, number one. And number two, I don't like sharks. And they have tiger
fair.
sharks in Hawaii, and it freaks me out.
Yeah.
And we saw an eel.
Oh, those are kind of cool, though.
They are so not cool. Those moray eels will just
when
lock
we were,
onto
Susan
you.
and I were there, I don't know, a couple months ago, and we went snorkeling, and we saw eels.
Did you see eels?
Yeah.
They'll attack.
No, they're
The
not.
moray eel will
It's
absolutely
like this long.
attack.
It's not going to attack you.
Oh, yeah, no, because like
it's like a little water snake kind of
did
thing.
you not see the deep?
Do eels even have
I've
teeth?
not seen the deep. Yes.
I think they do.
They have little stubby teeth.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
no, but they will lock onto you. And you
Mace, they can only open their mouth about that big.
You'll wind up coming
By
out
the
of the
way,
water
DeMarco,
with an eel stuck to you.
Good show.
Good show.
Good
Thank you
show.
very much.
Travis,
Thank you.
F you.
Yeah, F you, Travis.
I feel like I've been attacked.
Yeah.
Super cross.